So
Okay.
that's your problem. Hey, pay to see my shitty attempt at porn
You know we're
because
kind of
porn
live.
totally doesn't exist.
You know we're kind of live, and that's how you started the stream.
Good. I'll be Professor
Oh
Tosspot then.
god, damn it. I just I'm just
Listen,
remembering
Pipeman.
I'm just remembering this one fucking this
This is
shitty
funny.
fucking softcore pornography Twitch streamer who got all pissy at some girls at E3 for dressing scantily or something. I think it
Okay.
was like Zombie Unicorn or some shit. She's like
Yeah.
getting all
Yeah.
but
That was
it's just
her.
infinite hypocrisy.
Wait.
Have you ever heard of this hypocrisy?
Oof.
It's pretty gay.
You
Okay.
sound like that weird little voice that Pyro sometimes does when he's like mimicking someone like yelling
Pyrocynical.
at him or going, but the Pyro, yeah.
Uh, I fucking loved him in like the Please Stop
Where's
Talking
Pet Scott
podcast.
2? Where's oh god, the fucking what was it? Cry of Fear.
Uh,
Speaking of which, Pyro, where the fuck is Pet Scott 2?
anyway, I'm still like shilling the stream in like fucking servers I'm in, without like disrupting the Discord talk thingy. So, how was your day, guys? Because I know you're both criminals, so you live in like the opposite end of the world. So how?
I'm not a criminal
Uh,
technically. I'm technically
so-
a Slav. You son of a bitch. Get it right. I come from the Slavs. I squat. That's how I sit.
I don't know, I've just been lying around doing nothing pretty much. I mean, I played a bit of CTR and Bayonetta and all that, but not much is going on. I mean, I'm doing a course now, so that's something.
And I'm trying to find more work because my current work is giving me fuck all.
Oh,
Yay.
so today
Well,
I
I
was like,
probably make less than you, Shadow.
so today I was like I went to like Mall of Asia, and I went to like the SMX convention, because like you remember that game I was streaming the other time, Bayani. So the devs had like a small booth in this toy convention, and it's like I went to the booth, I played some video games with them, joined their mini tournament, and fucking wiped the floor with like everyone's bodies. uh,
This is gonna be interesting. For a stream. You know why? I just remembered. I'm trying to get this achievement in one of the video games, so I'm gonna be multitasking if they're gonna bug me to do the game right now.
I mean, how bad
I'm
is it?
playing CTR.
How
I
bad
can
is
just
it?
mute myself. That's the thing. It'll just take me a bit longer to respond if I'm clicking buttons.
How bad is it? Like, do you have like a second monitor with you? Because maybe it won't be much of.
No, it's gonna be mostly words, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Especially
but
with
it's like,
Movie Bob, it's gonna be mostly words that we're trying to pay attention to. Especially when he just
I
won't
guess,
slow the
but
fuck down and speak English.
I
I mean, we'll
guess.
see a few dead memes here and there, but you know.
Fair enough.
Also, I find it ironic
I'm pretty
how
sure I'll get
Cads-
most of the context because one's a news source. Their visuals are just going to be them talking onto a screen with a happy face on it, and Movie Bob has meme visuals at best.
Also,
I'll
the time
Speaking of monitor, it's like I'm so excited tomorrow because it's like I got my paycheck, and it's like, so I was buying some Steam games.
Paycheck? What's that?
Oh, right, because I have a job. Oof.
What is
I
this
wish I
money?
could have a paycheck.
What is this money? I've never heard of this. Is it gay?
Money is kind of the big gay.
The big gay. It's green, so it's gay.
It's a frog.
Oh shit!
It's based off of
gay
a
now.
frog, so it's gay.
They're putting toxins in the paper to turn the paper gay.
Oh god. Oh no, poor Froggle.
Don't worry, just
But
get the
speaking-
piano man when he jumps off the building.
But anyway, speaking of what's this? Because it's like I got my paycheck, so I will be buying a second monitor tomorrow. Finally, I will have a dual monitor setup, just like all the big gamers.
The big angry gamers.
Yeah. So we seem to have a bit of a tiny ass audience. It's a tiny ass audience, but it's an audience nonetheless. Welcome to welcome to this podcast, or this stream specifically.
Talk about porn. That's how we get more people in.
Shit, dude, I don't have fucking tits, okay? So, I think of viewers.
Just talk about Twitch and their stupid paid subscription. Boom, there's your titty streamers right there.
You really need tits, Cadpy. I already know you get off the bar of porn.
Just talk about your hentai collection. You'll get 1,000 watchers easily.
Anyway, so guys, I guess you're all pretty angry right now, because it's like I'm angry and I don't know why I'm angry, but I found this video recently from CBS News where they talk
The
about
most trustworthy news source.
dude. Obviously, all mainstream media is trustworthy. Like, just ask Fox News.
Yep. All of it.
But
Those small fucking news people like Niche Gamer, nah, not trustworthy at all. Totally a bias.
oh yeah, fuck Niche Gamer for having integrity. Anyway, so there's a recent video made by CBS News about AngeREEEEEE gaming. So let us see what a bunch of boomers have to say about gaming.
Well, Dante's a boomer, so who knows? Video unavailable. What the fuck? Oh god. Oh no, we can't even do it.
Where people
No,
just talk about games.
what are you
right?
talking about?
Gamers
It's
talk
playing.
about games. But increasingly,
Video is
some of
not.
those
The uploader has not made the video available in your country.
What?
Fuck
It's just
Australia!
shadows.
What?
Oh,
Are you
Good old
Fucking
Australia.
Australia! Once again,
What?
fucking me over. God fucking damn
CBS.
this country.
Wait, you can't watch it in the watch together? What
No,
let me
because
show
it's a
you.
YouTube-based video, and I
What
didn't know
the
this was
fuck?
the case because I actually clicked it once before and it worked. This is probably either recent or I got fucking lucky because now it isn't working.
Jesus
Guys.
This
Christ!
is the equivalent of
I
those
had-
South Park episodes or Outlaws getting fucking
Right.
nuked on Twitter for Australia. It's like, get fucked.
What?
we really are.
I had no idea this is a thing.
Okay, hear me out.
Yeah,
Hear me out.
apparently
Ken. This
experiencing
country
technical
is a prison island for the prisoners back then, and we're bigger pussies than America when it comes to violence in video games. It took us years. It took us like the
Oh
10th
god, took
grade
like
to get the
several
R18 system,
years to
and we're
get-
still
yeah.
bitches about it. That's how fucked we are.
Oh,
Get me
my
out of this country, please.
I was like, I need to
God.
like take you a screen cap of it and like show CAD and all that.
I can't believe this actually happened. Like what?
We gotta find a re-uploaded state of it if we're going to be able to view it. One that has gone under the radar. That's the thing. We gotta somehow find an alternative.
Jesus.
And more than likely, most of them are gonna be commentary fuckers. So
Australia
put
is
up with
like
that, or we
one of the
can't watch
most
it at all.
retarded governmental systems out there. We unironically have a law that says illustrations of petite girls are somehow pedophilia.
CBS News.
I can't believe it isn't working now. It was
Gaming.
working before for me.
Let's-
Jesus Christ.
Let's see if I can find like a. Oh jeez, the dislike ratio at this. It's like they're 36. Oh, damn, dude,
Ratio.
36.69%.
But yeah, there it is. There's the thing that says it's not
Jesus
available.
fucking Christ! No. What? Oh. No. That's.
Okay, there is another alternative,
I
but
can't
mind you,
believe
it's
that. What the fuck? How? God
What's going
damn. Okay. Let's think.
As I said, Australia is fucking retarded. I could rant about how fucking
Wait,
Australia
Cat, I have an idea.
Unbelievably
I usually
stupid,
pull up
but-
your stream to double check any glitches and shit. It's working through that. We can see it through your stream technically. We just all have to shut the fuck up and take a little longer to respond to things because of the
but like
delays in
15
streams.
minutes.
Okay.
It's also going to get hard to hear each other because we're going to have to constantly mute it and unmute it just so we can hear the audio if we do it that way. That or we find another video that's gone under the radar. That's the thing.
Shit. I don't suppose you guys have VPNs.
I will eventually. It's just
I
I
mean,
want to. I need a constant source of money.
Has
Otherwise, I'm
one
not going to risk
on
it.
her computer, but she hasn't fucking paid for it recently, so it's like not,
Oh shit.
you know, still.
God damn it.
I need a constant source of money if I'm going to be putting a subscription fee. I know it's like cheap right now with half the deals that come out, but once that deal is done, it's going to be a bit up there. Make sure I have a constant stream of money if I'm going to use that. You know?
Speaking of money and subscription services, Apple decided that instead of having me pay off my thing, one of my subscription services immediately, they were just gonna wait over a fucking week and have it so that by the time it tries to, they actually want to charge me, I have no fucking money in my account.
Jesus,
So thanks, Apple.
Apple doing
real
something
fucking-
good? What?
Jesus Christ.
No.
What the fuck?
They weren't doing something good. I've been like fucked over because now I
What
can't
the
do all my
fuck?
things.
Dude.
Do you want to just watch the movie Bob video then, since we can't do this?
And since hold on, if we're going to be short on a thing, is there any other topics we could talk about? We could talk about the Twitch thing from Memology, and we can, I don't know, see if we could get the people that are watching to help us come up with a title for our
We
stream.
could
'cause I'm
talk
still on that
briefly
shit.
about how Smug Ruko can't handle criticism and we completely missed
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking point of a video.
Fun.
I actually unfollowed her today because I'm like, why the fuck do I still follow you?
I only
no
follow
respect
because
to you.
she's like, when it doesn't come to that, she has more of a point because maybe it's because when she's not facing someone who's actually right in the case, she actually has a point. And
Didn't
isn't
you-
a
Yeah,
stubborn
well,
pride
he
Mango-
prick.
pointed out that she's actively fucking like
Mango, didn't you follow
gone through like.
Didn't you follow Cothrix because of Didn't you follow Cothrix just to keep up with the tism?
Oh yeah, that I did do
Who's
that,
Cothrix?
but fucking Smug Ruko is like. I mean, Cothrix's subjects of his tism are so much worse, but
Who is
Smug
he?
Ruko's tism just actively.
You
annoyed
remember
me.
that Cothism guy we covered? The fucking
the,
gay
the,
dragon?
the fucking dumb dragon that Balin also follows for some reason.
Oh, I don't remember his name.
the what's this? The child labor guy.
Yeah, the guy who colored in that
Despite
green
making
dragon.
50, this is going to be one of his videos one day. I swear. Despite making 50% of the work, 15%, they commit 50% of the best choices in life and are not criminals or something
basically,
like that. I'm just waiting for the day he just says
13%.
black people should get away with murder or some shit. His takes are crap. Give it time.
I still can't believe fucking OJ has a fucking Twitter account.
To get
Yeah.
even. To get even, boy.
Jesus, yeah, that's OJ Twitter
I
is the
how
most.
he blocked Dolan Dark immediately as after the guy asked him, so, opinions on killing your wife?
Oh, that fucking legend.
It's just
Gets blocked.
still OJ Simpson Twitter is like it's the most absurd thing I've ever seen. It's something I never thought I'd see, and honestly, I can't help but find it so funny that it's kind of killing me.
I mean, didn't he get like not a full sentence when he first committed his crime back in like the 90s?
I guess, but then I think it was like he was convicted for something else. But then it was like,
He was convicted of robbery and kidnapping as his other one back
Yeah,
in 2000
dude,
and something.
he totally murdered his wife though.
Yeah, no, that's not. I mean, fuck. Hey, did you know John Trott did a fitness video and one of them is fucking OJ himself like 2 weeks before the thing? And fun fact, That video was actually used in the trial to say, nah, he isn't fragile. He's fit. He's fit enough to fucking kill people. Yes, like if you go to John Jordan's video and skip all the skits and shit, you'll actually get that. It's,
Oh my
it's fucking
God.
interesting.
Holy
I have
It's
to-
interesting.
I have to take note of that later. Like, dude.
Oh, and for any bonuses, you know who Max Mofo is, right?
No, I don't know.
You
who
disappoint me greatly.
Fuck, do you not know who Max Mofo is?
See, okay, you know who Papa Franco is, right?
Papa Franco? Oh, you mean like
Filthy Frank.
Filthy Frank?
Yeah.
Filthy Frank.
Oh my
Papa
god,
Frank
for a
is
second
the
I was
guy.
just about to have
The
like a
legend.
fucking heart
You
attack.
could have just fucking said Filthy Frank, dude.
Yeah, but Papa Franco.
Like,
Max
I know
is one of
he's
his
half
friends.
weeb, but Jesus fucking Christ.
That's what he calls himself, you bitch. That's what he does. Okay, to the point. He's friends with him, and they used to do all the skits back then. Like if you watch the older videos with like Ian or iDubbbz, Frank and Max Mofo, that's who he is. Basically, he has a podcast with his mate Anything for Views. They did a face reveal for fucking Colossal's crazy recently. Just thought you guys should know that on the stream and everything.
Interesting.
Right, recently I thought
I don't
they
know
did that
because
on
I don't know.
Lava.
I barely know Colossal's crazy, but it seems like everyone else does. So I figured, maybe it's a fun fact for people to know.
I watched a good few of his videos, but he doesn't fucking upload any like big videos anymore. He just does streams.
He doesn't
apparently.
upload at all from the look of it. He has like, 9 videos, and
I don't think he's
like they're
uploaded
like
since
span
his
of
last
months apart of
Boosie
each
Q
other.
video.
Okay, so I guess shit, there's so much work to do. Like I have to change the title of this stream. I have to like
Just say bamboozled angry gamers.
some angry gamers movie boob I'll just name it movie boob edition.
Just call it
Call it the bamboozled. The
No,
bamboozled
just call it
angry.
Australia. It's a big fat meanie joke.
Bamboozled edition.
Bamboozled edition.
Yeah.
That way, the description of shit's a bit more accurate because when they watch it, they go, "Fuck."
That's gonna be fucking accurate, cause fucking CB ass, bamboozled Australia. So
Why the I don't get it. This is a news source. Why the fuck are we not allowed to see it? Is it because copyright bullshit? Oh wait, why would that surprise me? I mean, apparently your titles from
Convicts
YouTube can get claimed now, and your fucking tweets can get claimed.
Hey, convicts
I'm sorry,
are simply not allowed
can
to
be
watch the news.
copyright
That's how
claimed.
it-
I'm not even from the descendants of convicts. I'm from the Slavic squatting fucks with vodka. I mean, my favorite alcohol is vodka. How Slavic do you want me to get? It's the only alcohol I like.
I'm just sort of I don't know. I just sort of I mean, I'm
Don't
half
make me
convict,
get the
I
Italian
suppose.
mafia. I have that in my blood too. I'll fucking summon them from the graves.
You can't just do that.
Yes, I can. I have Italian heritage in me. I will get my pasta gun on you.
Yeah, but
I sort
it's
of
a
have
giant
American
fucking plot
heritage.
hole.
Can I get like summon Uncle Sam from the dead?
No,
No,
you can
you're
just
only
sell
allowed to be
burgers.
the most politically fucked person possible.
Speaking of
That's what your
politics,
country
I love
is.
how Cad P's just like, how about we don't discuss politics on this podcast, and then suddenly we're covering a movie bob video.
I mean, dude, this video is particularly bad because it's like this is
Which one was it again?
this is like a really really garbage video. So of course, for long story short, for those who don't know, what's this? Movie Bob is now working again for Escapist magazine, and
Because they didn't want to be too.
They wanted to be
political.
No. Change of
No.
management. It was a change of management, wasn't it?
I don't know. It was so,
No, they wanted to be
They're-
apolitical, so they
They
hired.
they
Movie
literally said
Bob.
that they literally said they wanted to be apolitical, and apparently to them that meant that they needed people with like different political ideas, which is
Like,
not what
what is that
apolitical
big-
means.
Hold on, I
Movie
actually have to check this.
ball.
How many views does he get compared to fucking zero
Yahtzee?
punctuation?
Much
Yeah,
less.
well, Yahtzee, but I
Dude.
mean those videos in general. I imagine they'll be less than
Dude,
well,
fucking
unless
much
it's outrage
less.
bait.
Fucking much less. He gets like in the tens of thousands, unlike Yahtzee.
They
where
should
he
just
gets, like,
rename the Escapist
fucking
YouTube channel to the
100,000s.
Zero Punctuation Edition or some shit. So it's still zero. It's still the Escapist, but we all know it's just really for Yahtzee's content because nobody wants to fucking watch movie Bob.
Yeah, nobody.
Fuck me,
Why-
yeah, his videos
people
he uploads so frequently. That's how he's keeping up with fucking Yahtzee, because he has to fucking spam his videos compared to Yahtzee, who has like quality and just great videos, which pull in so many views.
Movie boob.
Yeah, he has boobs, fat ass.
Anyways, so he made a
if
video.
if he stops drowning his fucking food in Mountain Dew, he can get skinnier.
So he made a video recently talking about how about Watch Dogs Legion, because you know like how Watch Dogs Legion was recently announced in E3, right? And apparently the game takes place in this post-Brexit.
Post-Brexit world
London, yeah.
in a
Lon-
well, not dictator, authoritarian regime.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, the thing is,
Queen's,
it
pile
seems like
tossed
bait.
in a
It sounds like
dirt
bait,
in
but
a
it's
jar.
like, but the thing is, given like Ubisoft's history, they've been.
It's gonna be bait.
Yeah, it's bait. It's bait for the most part. It's just they've been really.
I mean, fuck.
neutral.
Look at Far Cry 5.
They've been actually, I don't know if like how much bait exactly was Far Cry 5, because
Well, it was apparently going to be right-wing Christian extremists, if I'm not mistaken, and then it turned out to be a very apolitical, and the cult was mostly filled with a mixed race.
Oh yeah, I like how everyone's like, "Oh my god, Ubisoft
exactly
is going
said that?
woke. I'm not buying this."
who
I
exactly.
don't know. Wolf mentioned some people complaining about Far Cry 5, and then like the game comes out and it's like pretty apolitical when it comes to
Who
stuff.
exactly
It's
said that?
apolitical as fuck.
Who
I
exac-
don't know,
Dude.
If I had to guess, probably OAG, but I don't fucking know.
Nah, he's way too anti-SJW. He's like the cringy part of that. He would.
Well,
be
that's the
saying
thing, it
journalists
was
would be
the-
the faggots would be doing it.
No. He said like the fucking like. Wolf
know it
mentioned,
was,
like a
like,
bunch
some
of people
sort
going,
of
"I'm not
journal."
buying this woke game," referring to Far Cry 5 or something before it even came.
I know it was
Honestly-
some woke. It was some journalist who fucking made that statement. Oh, it's gonna be about right wing bullshit.
There was a couple of journalists who said that. I
Oh,
mean, fuck,
unless you mean
I
like
remember
the whole
Apple-
people complaining about the fact that it was apolitical. Well, we can mention a couple of people.
I mean, I've seen a couple of Appaban's videos where if you don't pick
A
a political
certain
side or you're apolitical,
Sloan
you're
old-
still conservative, apparently, because
Yeah, I saw
Reasons.
that. That was funny.
How about we just watch Tonald's fucking Far Cry 5 video, but in Sloanald?
nah.
But-
Nah, let's get to Movie Bob first.
Movie Bob first, because it's like he talks about Watch Dogs Legion.
Oh, I love
and
Movie
like how
Bob.
and Ubisoft's quote unquote political cowardice.
Cowardice.
So
I mean,
it's like
I mean, I'm not gonna. I won't exactly knock it down. He's 10% correct. It is a little bit backing out, but probably for the different reasons rather than being cowards. Honestly, I'm not gonna say they're cowering out. They probably went, nah, this isn't the game we made, but let's bait him so we can get more.
there's nothing wrong
Public
with, like,
attention.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with like having the premise as like what's this, as like a post-Brexit thing. It's always.
I'm not against it at all. It's just gonna be
It's
bait,
always-
and I feel like somebody at Ubisoft is playing for chess to get the because bad publicity is good publicity, so that's gonna be the case.
It's always just about execution. Like you could be woke, you could have all your representation you want, but it's like if it's not executed well, it's like people are not gonna give a shit.
And honestly, this one has a more interesting premise. I skipped two, and I was in good faith to do so because apparently the main character and the other characters are boring as fuck. And I didn't even get to finish the first game because that was boring as fuck with the character and story.
I mean, who knows? But let's let's hear what Movie Bob has to say, because I sort of watched it. I didn't finish it because it just Movie Bob has like this magic powers of pissing people off by just saying really obnoxious shit.
I mean, he called for like the death of people on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
he called
Dude.
for eugenics because anyone who politically disagrees with Movie Bob must be killed.
I mean, he'd want to.
I mean, good luck with that, fat ass. Try to outrun me.
He wants to Thanos snap. He wants to do like Thanos snap all like the conservatives and shit.
I mean, if Movie
Can his
Bob
hand
was
fit
so
in the
much
glove?
a try, so I just fucking like got him a lot.
Oh my god.
I mean, if he wants to be a cunt, I'm gonna treat him like one. I only treat people fairly.
I give as I get.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's watch the video instead of CBS.
Just actually, I have an idea that you could just give us the recap afterwards, like whatever happened with that, and then we can give our thoughts as best as possible.
All right. Actually, maybe I can like download the video later, and it's like I can send you guys like a Google Drive link so that you can download it.
Something like that. Whatever works for you.
Anyway, let's move on to Movie Blob. Oh wait, I probably should. Hold on. I probably should skip this part because it's like this probably might get copyrighted. There we go.
8-bit music.
Dude, it's
Oh,
fucking it's fucking escapist. So it's like obviously they have more money than like a poor Filipino boy.
Man, it's not even gonna be escapist who claims it. It's gonna be third party fuckwit who claims everything anyway.
Fair enough, but whatever.
Do a show about politics. Okay, so the thing about gaming and its aversion
Bob,
to the very idea.
You're working for escapists because they want to be apolitical. You can't just spout out politics.
I mean, if Yahtzee did more political stuff, it'd probably be the opposite of him, and it'd be a bit more. Then you got two sides of the coin, so it's probably good work. But in this case,
I mean,
Yahtzee does reviews, not
first
political views.
First off, the whole point of being apolitical is that you get, in this context, you get rid of the political. You don't consider the political climate. You consider the politics inside the in-game world. That's what most people often mean when they say apolitical.
Well, yeah, but
Which
we're talking about
technically is the
Movie
case
Bob,
here that he's doing, but knowing Movie Bob, he's gonna derail it.
Seem to fucking understand the difference between video game politics and real life politics. I mean, this is the same guy who thought that the fucking Spartans in Halo Reach were fascists.
That happened.
Oh, you should see Anomaly Inc. coverage of his Halo Reach video. It's like, holy fuck. Bob was just as much of a tism as he was 7 years ago.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, again, he dunks his food in Mountain Dew to give it flavor, apparently.
Ew!
Yes! Ew! Oh, I'm gonna have some chicken based in Mountain Dew! And everyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
he tweeted that out, mind you.
No wonder he's such a disgusting fat fuck.
Jesus Christ.
The only way you can get him to run for something is if you put a Mountain Dew on a stick on his head.
Dude.
Oh god, so we can theoretically get him run off a cliff.
Fucking Christ. I've met fat people who eat healthier than he does. Jesus.
Okay, hold on. You want to know what's stupid? My dad's girlfriend once made really shit schnitzels using stale corn chips.
Ew.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Ew.
Because
why would you do that? You use
their fucking cabinet is like filled with like 8-month-old bread that they never throw away because they seem to just forget it exists because they're so
Jesus
busy
Christ
with the kids and the kids are so hard. It's like get off your fucking asses.
I'm sorry, but the bread usually tends to like go away faster when you're busy with the kids.
Well, apparently, but their kids like eat one bit of it and then throw the rest on the table and leave it.
Jesus.
Oh, what the fuck?
Because the kids aren't trained. We need an actual Karen to take the kids.
How about
Jesus.
no?
Get Karen to take the kids and be better than them.
We should
But yeah,
really-
Marie Bob's
Sorry, it's just
trailer
that I had to
is
share
just
that. It's like it's just
pure
so
autism, like, he's
weird.
Guys, Bungie's fascist because
Fucking
they
stay
say
on course.
diversity bad and the Covenant bad, even though they're diverse and multicultural. It's like, motherfucker, it's literally the entirety of humanity, a like whole collection of cultures against the fucking slave
but
army
aliens aren't trying to.
under
The
a fucking
aliens aren't trying to
religion.
glass us. They're just trying to give us glass.
Anyway,
It's
we should move
fucking-
on because it's like this.
I could've
Okay,
fucking
this
okay,
still
brain
imi-
aneurysm
I'm
by
sorry.
Let's stop
default.
fucking around for our
I'm
2-hour
sorry, I
version
know-
of Mini AFAB. Let's do
I know
it.
it's just. I know it's just this still image of movie Bob is just pissing me off, and it's like I have to deal with this shit. So let's deal.
It looks like one of those
Just
shitty
put a cat
90s
image in front
commercial
of his
dudes
brain.
who goes,
Don't get
"Wow,
pissy.
gamers! Do you want my machine product?"
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's yeah.
Of the concept, nay, the very word politics. That's
This is a really annoying straw man. It's like
It really is.
it's like
All the gamers,
he,
not just
he
the
has
few,
no
all
idea
gamers.
what he has no idea what exactly that sentiment means.
What? Movie Bob
Or
not
either-
knowing what something
either-
means?
it's either he
Really?
does-
Wow, what a surprise.
Either he does or he's just being fucking disingenuous about this.
I say disingenuous actually because if he doesn't know, that would be retarded, because to be honest he probably does know. I mean, he's a cunt on Twitter, so I'm gonna imagine he's gonna be a cunt here.
going to get annoying. Is that it's a really broad general term in the real world, and even more so in this ridiculous paradigm of ours. See, people, especially today, tend to think of politics. Seriously?
That's why context exists, my boy,
Wow, just
my fat
stop
boy.
this video.
Yeah. There's no
And
context.
generally the context for video game politics is when they say apolitical, they means don't shove modern
Movie Bob is the reason why
temporarily
no one
relevant
likes orphans.
topics that will be dated in like 20 years time. Just put in the game politics, like the war in the in-game's world politics, like something from like Deus Ex. That's political, but it's its own world kind of politics, not dragging in real life to push a message or something like that.
Dragon Age is pretty. Dragon Age Origins, at least, was pretty fucking political, and that was like
yeah, but it wasn't real world, so
Yeah.
that's still apolitical. That's what they
Exactly,
mean.
exactly.
That's what people mean by apolitical in video game.
it mean yeah.
But then again, this guy's trying to take away the context for a reason. So there you go.
As referring only to the that of the government and or law, and even then only to the parts they personally deem arcane, annoying, or unnecessary. Now,
That
there's some etymological-
we deem.
Wow, projection much, Bob. Projection much.
I mean, we know
Okay,
where your
Bob
politics stand.
projects
Kill a
every
Nazi.
time. No,
And I
not
deem
just
everyone's a
kill
Nazi. That's your political stance, bitch.
Everyone I don't like is a Nazi, and everyone I don't like is everyone who disagrees with me.
If you don't put
I am
Mountain Dew
Ruby
in your
Bob.
food, you're a Nazi.
Clearly, I'm the arbiter
I like how the
of,
balancing.
ethics
I
and
like how the
morality.
balancing scale is everyone I don't like is Stalin, and then it's like everyone I don't. On the other side, everyone I don't like is Hitler.
No. All the left wants to be Stalin, because communism is great.
No, this is for like the right. This is like the right extremists because they obviously exist. It's just everyone's assholes.
Yeah, both sides have their extremes. Ooh, can I quickly interrupt with something funny?
Well,
I remember this. Someone was like explaining, well, we have, idiots on both sides. It's like, shut the fuck up, centrist, and it was a furry, so no shock. Like, doing the whole shut the fuck up, centrist, but it was like pointing out that the other side has idiots too, but this person was trying to make it so only one side has the bad stuff, which is the right.
he?
But when I said, I said, the right and left have extremist idiots that none of us want. Shut the fuck up, centrist. And I'm like, well, and I said, well, I expected that, and you're bit. Can't remember exactly what I said after that. I was just like, and I expect you to say, shut the fuck up, centrist.
actually,
before he did and then blocked
how
me
does
because,
extreme
yeah.
centrism work? I don't understand that.
I don't actually honestly know, but apparently I'm a centrist for saying both sides have idiots. I didn't even say all of them. I just said there's going to be the extreme, you know, the few.
Well, there are
But, you know,
people who
that
seem
makes
to
me a
think
centrist.
That centrists are like the fucking like in between, and people like H Bomber guy seem to think that fucking moderation
Everybody
doesn't
thinks that
exist or some shit.
People think that all centrists are boogie, basically.
But basically, if I don't like both sides, that makes me a shitty centrist, apparently. I like my moderation, not the extremes, but apparently that's bad now. That sounds like a journalist article, actually.
Anyway, let's continue on.
Anyway.
They should have thought
True to
twice
at least
about
the first
being
part of that,
rational.
because it derives from the Greek phrases referring to the management of cities, but in long-term usage it's largely come to refer to the understanding and maneuvering of assumed and or agreed upon power structures and rules within a given
Agreed powers. No, we're not making the rules here. We're just saying don't bring in modern bullshit politics to push an agenda. Get your head out of your ass, you faggot.
Yeah, just this is kind of why I didn't really finish it when I was watching it the first time, because it's like
I can see why. 1 minute in and
this
he's already
just-
being a dumbass.
I kind of just I don't want to like really participate. I'm just
If I
like,
had alcohol, I'm just gonna
Move
bring it
on.
out and
I
take a shot every
fucking
time he
hate
says
you.
something.
I don't have anything, and I have no
Here,
money.
peanuts.
I've got like $6. I can't fucking get any.
anyway.
to your government, workplace,
Oh, I
family,
would
friendship,
drink a card.
athletic team, romantic relationship, military unit, whatever. Thusly, every situation has a politics.
Your gag is done now. I know I know it's a continuous gag,
Well,
but it's only
please
funny the
kill
first
yourself.
2 times at most. Just giving you a heads up, Bob.
Take note what he said. Everything has some sort of politics to it. Take note that he said that, because he will build that up in for like the.
Ah, yes, I remember
He'll
the
make a
politics
different
of
argument
that
for
dang
it.
Pong.
I don't mind politics in games, just not when it's pushing an agenda of modern day because they just want to make it relevant for the now and then have it
Oh, yeah,
be dated in
that's
like 10
the
years time,
political
where everyone's like, "Oh,
storyline."
that's so cringy. That was like 10 years ago, man."
Tetris is clearly communist propaganda or something. I don't know.
Communism.
Whatever.
Anyway,
And thus, it is in fact accurate to say that everything is political.
Wait, go back. Can we just... I missed that. What? I'm sorry. What? Hang on. I need to like drag this back a bit and like. I
Go
missed
ahead,
what you
go
said
ahead, drag it
specifically.
back.
go ahead. Let Cad piss himself again. Cad, careful. You may pee your pants in.
And thus, it is in fact accurate to say that everything is political.
Okay, no, that isn't accurate
Well, that
because.
I'd like
Firstly,
to
if-
see.
Like,
I'd like to know
Holy
the politics.
shit!
I know,
If you say
right?
everything in
Bob is
gaming, I'd
saying
still say no.
that-
If you say everything, I'm still gonna say no because that's not true. Tell me how Pong
What?
is political. Tell me how Tetris is
Bob
political.
saying, I don't get. Is he like saying that he's against the whole, or is he saying he's like saying that everything
It's-
is political? I'm so confused. What?
Is having sex with someone because you're just horny and they're attractive, is it political?
Well, it depends. If you're having
Cad,
sex
your dog
with a
is
woman and
political
you're a
because
man,
it's
then
white
you're
and
an
black.
evil
That's
straight
clearly
white
a
male.
sign of race.
It's like if you need to eat food
Well, that's
because
just
you
his
need
hair.
if you need to eat food because you need to survive, is that actually political?
Oi, hey, that's the politics right there. You just spoke words in English. That's
Does that
political.
mean like different colored, like different from normal colored dogs, and like first owners would be like the equivalent of a blue-haired feminist? The stars.
No! Oh my god!
Oh no!
Oh no.
God damn it!
But it's shit. I'm trying. Okay, who here has played Minecraft? Because I haven't played Minecraft, and I'm trying to.
I've played Minecraft.
Hold
okay,
the fuck up.
wait,
This
no,
is
no.
important. You
I
haven't
need to-
played it.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but
You what?
You call yourself a PC
You
gamer?
call yourself a gamer. You
Shut the
fucking piece of
shut the fuck up.
Fucking peasant. Get out of here!
Shut the fuck
Get
up.
out of here, that gay
Fake,
shit.
fake a gamer.
Gamer detective.
Now, that's besides
for
the
real.
point. That's besides the
Okay,
point.
for real.
I'm
Go
trying
on.
because my point. I was trying to get around to ask, what's the politics involved in Minecraft?
Everything's a square. Clearly, that's
Depends on
against
whatever you want, I
we're
guess.
attacking squares. So that means we're attacking nerds. So therefore,
Well, you can't
black
put
people are nerds. So
swastikas
therefore,
and
they're attacking black
communist
people. Bam!
flags
There's your
in
politics.
Minecraft, so technically it has all kinds of politics.
Well,
We're
it
killing a
can, but that's
dragon
very-
who's black. That's clearly a metaphor for black people.
Well, Minecraft is the ultimate sandbox game in which you can literally build anything you want.
'Cause
Build a
like,
communist regime.
What? Wait,
Oh
what's
god!
what's the
Probably
what's
good considering you
the
have villages.
what's the political message? What? How is Tetris political? How is Pong political? How is Pac-Man political?
I can't remember if it was Pong or Tetris, but I feel like one of the shittier arguments, at least from memory speaking, because
Russians
I can't
apparently
remember
made
exactly.
Tetris or something.
If
during
I
the communist
remember
age.
kind of correctly, one of those games was made by Russians or something. So there's your
Yeah, it
starting
was
political
Tetris.
point. Apparently, it's made by Russians, so therefore it's political. That's what I remember getting told once. I was like, get fucked. That's not
There's
political.
just one song in it. That means it's political.
I mean, they're being cunts to Russians by saying because it was made by them, it's political. It's like that sounds a bit rude. don't you
That's
think?
not racist at all.
That's not
It's
fucking
like-
stupid at all either. Apparently.
Because it's like everything is political. So it's like if like
Yes,
a kid
Cad.
if a
Even your
kid draw
doggy
if a
profile
kid just
picture.
decides to randomly draw a picture of a portrait of herself of like themselves, him or
Oh
herself,
god, that
and like their
Cat, I'm
family. Is that political?
Cat, I actually do remember. If I could look it up on Twitter, I would, but since Twitter doesn't have a good search function that can't remember anything past 2 months ago, I'm just gonna have to go based on memory. I got into this argument that not everything is political, and literally one of the arguments was that even taking a shit is political because we live in a first world country.
Oh, okay.
Eating a sandwich is political. Drawing
Oh,
is
cool.
political, and taking a shit is political. Because we live in a first world capitalist country.
Oh my god, taking your
Yeah,
shit
let
is
me
political
put the
now.
profile
Holy
picture.
fuck.
I
Something
actually got
that's
into that
political.
argument, and I was just instantly like, can I please go to the shop and buy some vodka and drown my fucking head out?
Oh my god,
Jesus.
how does that happen? How does that happen in a
It's Twitter. What do
discussion?
you expect? Twitter houses the cesspool of the most retarded, disingenuous, hypocritical, spineless faggots around. And they also now host the Tumblr fag, so there's your answer.
Oh, Jesus. And we should continue on.
Hang on, I'm doing something real quick.
But we're trashing Twitter. When isn't that a fun thing to do on stream?
Yeah, but I'm
Have
doing
a
something.
5-hour stream ranting about Twitter. Boom. 1 million views.
I like this. Tetris is made by Russian. It's hella political.
Oh, God.
I'm really excited. I really can't wait to get like a second monitor tomorrow.
Risk of rain's political because it's saying it's a risk to have rain. That's clearly against anyone who lives in a desert.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh,
but the lands are green. Exactly. They get rain, but not the desert lands.
The desert men's are being oppressed.
The desert's being oppressed.
Anyways, I'm just gonna
The
do
sand-
something real
the
quick,
sand
and
people.
we will.
Oh.
Hey,
Well,
you can't say that. That's racist.
Because if you don't mind, I need to get myself a glass of water. So, yeah, we'll continue later. It's just I'll get a glass of water right now.
All right, I've done what I need.
You're both going doggos. I refuse to switch it to a pup
Why the
because I'm
corgi?
stubborn with my. It's still a pupper, you mortal.
Oh, I know it's still a pupperino, but mine is a corgi.
I actually like huskies more. I'm not gonna lie. I love all animals, but if I had to pick one, it would definitely be the husky.
I'd pick a corgi. I like corgis. They're small, cute.
I go against the favorite of the corgi. I go for the husky, the second most favorite.
I mean, they're all pretty good, but
Well,
I just
since
like corgis.
yeah. Also, since we got to shoot the shit until CAG gets back, have you gone to that Steam thing lately? The fucking Grand Prix, however you say it.
What Steam thing?
The Steam, the summer sale with the racing event. Didn't you join a team? If you join a team and they keep winning daily, you have a chance to be selected to win your a game on your wish list that's on top of your list. You should do that as soon as possible, Mango.
Oh, I didn't realize. Fuck.
You
Is it too late? Or...
They always do an event. You should always check if there's a big event like
still
this.
When did you change your
is
PFP?
it still ongoing?
He just did as soon as you left to get a drink.
As soon as they just took Corky doing a blip.
I am the only humanoid avatar here.
Anyway, deserts it for that.
Okay, so how do I choose this fucking thing, Shadow?
You're gonna have to figure it out during the stream, because let's continue with this before we get distracted again.
Yeah.
I'll let you know afterwards. How about that?
So, well, it's true that my favorite snarky comeback to gamers who insist that they don't want gaming to be the P word, i.e. pointing out that a gaming free of all political themes would mean saying goodbye to all games about crime, war, history, court...
Shut the fuck up!
Oh my god, you
Disingenuous
fucking
face.
disingenuous fuck.
God,
Do you not understand the difference
Okay,
between
okay.
real life politics
I've had such a
and
loss of...
Alright, hold up.
politics?
Dude,
Modern Warfare, Deus Ex, fucking Far Cry 5 has
Vampire the Masquerade for
Dragon
what
Age Origins, as Cad said. Fucking, what about Mass Effect? I bet Mass Effect has a few of those in it.
I'm at such a shock. I'm at such a loss of words for like his
Star
stupid
Wars.
hot
Like,
take.
isn't the Republic like a political kind of fucking republic? For
No,
fuck's sake?
guys.
They
Clearly,
have
we
their
all
politics, I
hate
bet.
any and all politics in video games. It's not like we
love
just hate real
democracy.
life insertion. It's not like we just hate insertion of real life politics to set an agenda.
I mean, okay, if
There
we
are
really wanted to
anything.
get technical, insurgency is technically it's like a modern war, like a kind of a modern war in like I don't know where it takes place. Where does it take place? Iraq? Something like that?
No.
Wherever. That's if you really wanted to get technical, that could be seen as a bit political. So to say to remove it entirely is like removing plenty of video games,
But
which
it's
is
like,
not the point we're
uh,
making.
that's
for
such
fuck's
a.
sake.
This is like his peak. This is peak disingenuine. This is peak dishonesty.
He had one too many Mountain Dews this morning, Cad. Of course it is. I'm not gonna let that one down. That fucking
He probably
tweet
showers
with the
in
chicken and Mountain Dew is
Dew.
just like stuck in my head now.
Ew.
Probably-
he had
showers
like
in
you could see that
Stop.
like it.
Dude,
Moon's breath probably smells
I will
like
make you sick in your
fuck
stomach.
you, fuck you,
You're
Mango,
all
fuck you,
Mountain
Mango.
Dew.
It's like now I'm imagining Movie Bob being fucking sticky now because of.
Oh, you're blaming me. I'm giving you the image in the head, you dickhead.
No, I mentioned that.
Oh, I
movie
see. You
Bob
can't blame me because
showers
my skin's
in Mountain
made of
Dew.
shadow. I see how it is. Political.
No, I said Movie Bob probably smells like years old Mountain Dew
Oh
because he
dear,
showers.
no.
No,
we don't-
That's even.
No,
No,
we only
it's
accept
making
one
worse.
kind of
Oh,
sticky.
no.
No,
Why are
we
you
only
making
accept
worse?
one kind of sticky.
Oh my
Also,
god.
his breath smells.
Fuck. Let's get on with this.
We
Movie
have all
Bob is
turned
the
into the
fat
blessed
bastard who
pipeman.
ruins the Dojin.
Ugh.
along with disappearing beloved icons who are themselves literally politicians and or military and law enforcement professionals like Princess Peach, Mayor Mike Hager, Colonel Guile, pretty much.
Okay, firstly, I'm just gonna say this. Mario is like the least political thing on the fucking planet. It's made by Nintendo.
No, don't you understand? Movie Bob is Mario. He wants to make
okay,
a better
let's make the argument. Even if it was, that nobody's going for that. Yet again, saying remove that game because it's political. It's an in-game political thing, not a forced...
Joking.
I don't know which Mario game. If it's the old ones, it wasn't like forced 10 years ago and then dated now.
That also just gets a case of
that's
the
not what it
horny
is.
every
Fuck's
time.
sakes, Movie Bob.
Kidnaps Pete.
Also, Guile in the Street Fighter games didn't really have much of politics. Like, yeah, he was a soldier, but he competed in the World Warrior tournament to
But guys, his
take down
hairstyle's the
Bison
one
for
of a
vengeance
Nazi.
against like
Guys,
the supposed death of Nash. So
Oh my god.
what?
Well, it's
Oh
not
my god, the comments.
supposed death, it
Let me
wasn't
read this out.
death,
Let me read
This
and
is
then he
sex
comes
thing.
back.
Oh my god.
No. I found a comment in our stream. Ken Kanaki. Tetris is building a white ethno state by crushing the blacks under the weight
Holy
You,
shit!
my boy, are a fucking
Oh
mad
my
lad. Please give me your...
God.
Please.
Putang ina! Oh my god!
Oh my god! It's like 12:30 in the morning. I'm probably waking up.
In Osher, I have a Blue Yeti for a while. I just gotta hope it's one of the better ones. So
Why is
don't
this
worry.
shitty headphone mic?
Please validate me.
I have a bad mic. This thing cost me like $20 fucking dollars.
Yeah, you gotta save for like $100 mic.
I can't, though. I gotta get another fucking bed frame now. I also gotta
Oh
keep
yeah,
up on paying for this course. I need a fucking white button-up shirt because apparently different fucking colors for button-up shirts is not allowed. But again, I already need a new button-up shirt because the one we bought didn't fit. And fucking god.
Anyway, let's continue on with Movie Blob.
Everyone from Dynasty Warriors, most of the cast of Metal Gear, Resident Evil, Phoenix Wright, a bunch of the Final Fantasy.
Hold on, Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright.
Are you
Wright.
Phoenix Wright? Are you
What
fucking
does
kidding
Phoenix
me?
Wright have to do with real
Okay, hold
world
up. I don't
politics?
know anything about the series. Is there any point where you are defending or going against a politician who's in the courtroom?
No.
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 Okay, then what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, it's upholding laws of a certain country. If you really want to
it's
try
a
to,
he's a
squeeze out any
lawyer.
drop of politics.
How is being a
The
lawyer
entire
political?
That's
It
Like
isn't
the
though.
it
I'm
is. It's
trying-
a
I'm trying to
satire
give
of
a- hey,
Japanese
At first,
of a
like,
Japanese law
trying
system.
I'm trying to be
Jesus
nice to this
fucking
guy. Why
Christ.
am I?
Oh my god. Why?
Uh,
Why?
Yeah, right. Like this fucking
Why
guy.
Phoenix
is
Wright?
It's made by the
fucking
Japanese.
Asian.
They made anime, so
Fucking.
they made the
Yeah,
anime.
well, Movie Bob fucking hates anime.
They made the big titty.
Yeah, well, Big Tit's bad. Don't you understand?
They made the big titty.
Tetris is political.
Oh dear God.
See people, you get the idea. But it's also much more directly and non-snarkishly true that even without those specific
Hold on. What? A gnarly? What the fuck did he say?
Did we
Why the
skip
fuck
over
is
something?
that guy
Can you
wearing
go back a bit?
fucking
Because
night
hold on,
hat?
can I go back to? Can I go back a bit?
What time are
Fucking
you?
modern UK.
I'm at 220. Hold on.
So am I.
Is that guy gonna? I'm at 220.
Hold on.
Okay,
Is
so
that guy
Could-
preparing to go for a crusade or something?
Hold on.
no, he can't. He's not part of the Deus. He's not part of the Brotherhood.
Are
But
you
he's
guys?
wearing a night helmet.
Are you guys at? Hold on. Are you guys at 213?
No. I'll
Really
move mine
part
back
of
to
a
214.
Deus Vault fucking.
Can you put it back? Okay, 212.
It's on 212.
What about you, Mango?
Yeah, same.
All right,
Okay.
let's hear him out because I didn't get to hear what he said. He spoke gibberish.
evil, Phoenix Wright, a bunch of the Final Fantasy people, you get the idea. But it's also much more directly and
Nah,
non-snarkish.
he just skips to there.
You get the idea, and then it's like he automatically moves on to the next point. What?
I still didn't hear what he said properly after that point.
Final
you get
Fantasy.
The idea. It, like,
Final Fantasy.
No.
blah, blah, blah.
Afterwards, like just a second ago. Hold on. Move it back
He
a
just skips to. He just skips to. But
That's not what I'm on about. Like you'll see.
But.
Actually true that even without those specific cases, gaming
It's
Is it innately
it's much
political?
more directly what? I seriously can't understand what that one is.
Are you guys at 207?
Man. It's not. No, it's
Yes.
after that. That's what I'm saying. I heard all
No,
of that.
no.
No, we stopped at 220 last time. Let's just fucking go. I don't know what you're on about, honestly, Shadow, but let's keep going.
Wait, let's hear him. Let's play it this again. 207. Are you guys at 207?
I heard everything to that point. It's after when he talks about like which games are political or something. You'll see.
Colonel Guile,
Oh,
pretty
we
much
already
everyone from
seen that.
Dynasty Warriors, most of the cast of Metal Gear, Resident Evil, Phoenix Wright, a bunch of the Final Fantasy people. You get the idea. But it's also much more directly and non-snarkishly true.
That's
that
all
even
he
without
says.
those-
Snarkly? Is that what
But
you're
it's
saying?
also not snarkishly, non-snarkishly true.
Do you see where I'm confused? Because
Yeah. Let's go back a little bit.
Yay,
He
now you
just
guys get where
skips,
I
he doesn't-
was getting confused.
He doesn't like clarify. He just skips to it.
You get the idea. But it's also much more directly and non-snarkishly true that even without those specific cases, gaming is an innately political media.
Snarkly? I'm just gonna
But it's
stick
also
with
Non-snarkishly true.
But it's also indirectly not. Hold on. But it's also indirectly non-snarkishly true.
That's a
That's
fucking.
a fucking
that sounds like a
retarded
game.
way to
That's
say
a-
something.
How?
Mary Bob, speak fucking English, you retard.
I
He
can
can't. He's
fuck-
fat. His tongue's stuck in his throat.
At this point, dude. At this point,
Tell him
I
to
can-
stop voting 5 times.
You know, dude. At this point, I can probably teach Movie Bob how to speak American. Fucking, what a fucking word salad. Jesus Christ.
Try saying that 5 times though, Cad. He non-snarkly true. He
and
non-snarkly.
indirectly in a
Indirectly in a
way.
non-snarkishly way. Indirectly in a non
Seashell by the seashore.
What the fuck does that mean? What exactly does that mean?
I
have no
don't
idea.
fucking
I
know.
don't feel like repeating it to try to get his point.
I don't
could
care.
barely get
It's
what he was
just-
saying.
Let's just get through his Tismic videos and then move on to something else.
We have become the AngeREEEEEE gamers after all, Cad.
I guess. Okay.
I'm the sleepy gamer.
yeah, there's a lot of build up to that.
Because all games involve the navigation of systems within a defined sphere, and thus all games have their own technical and textual along with thematic politics.
No.
Shut
What?
the fuck up, Movie Bob. Shut the fuck up.
Thematic politics. What?
The math.
What's the
It's a
thematic?
part.
What?
I'm
We went
getting a
over this
fucking-
earlier,
I'm gonna
but
get
it was
an
like.
aneurysm right into this, I swear.
What is the thematic
Thematically
politics?
You mean? Does he mean it's a part of the theme?
What's the thematic
Because
politics?
I mean, he just started chucking out a fucking word salad. Because
What
be
the
damned, let's be
What
damned.
the fuck is thematic politics? What's the thematic politics of like?
I'm gonna presume he means that it's
Diablo?
part of the theme. Like it's politics is part of the themes of some of these games. Like I mean,
My
you can easily
theme!
say Metal Gear is heavily politically themed. If that
'Cause
makes sense.
I need to roll this back because it's like I have no idea what the fuck he just said. I mean, yeah,
I think we should.
I know he does word salads, but fuck.
So he can't speak English, but he can do a word salad. Fuck.
Jesus.
In a defined sphere, and thus all games have their own technical and textual along with thematic politics. Still, really. And in the biggest irony,
What was that? Contextual. Hold on.
Intextual, contextual, thematical politics.
Okay, I might do something crazy. I might go at 0.5 speed just to
Oh dear.
understand. Are you guys at 222?
We've hit peak capitalism. I mean, video watching.
Yeah, sorry, I was distracted by watching Corgi videos. Let's continue.
He's
Are you at
watching
222?
porn. He's lying.
Are you at 222?
Yes, I am.
Shadow?
I'm not fucking lying,
Yes, yes,
Shadow. He said yes, but I'm not lying. Go to Rag's fucking, server and go in general. I was looking at the Corgi video.
Anyway.
I was fucking with you.
because
Oh,
all
shit.
games involve the navigation of systems within a defined sphere, and thus all
Hey guys,
Navigation of all the systems in a defined sphere. So all the
so
political
wasted.
stuff
Oh my
within
God.
the world. Yes, that's correct. The
Movie
game does
slog.
its own politics in its own sphere, quote unquote.
I'm sorry. It's like, oh my god, he sounds so wasted. What the fuck?
I'm
Stop
actually more
motion,
distracted
Bob.
by trying to decipher his fucking word salad. So you guys could go nuts after we try to figure it out. Autistic
all
brain can't keep up.
games have their own technical and textual
Technical,
along
okay.
with
All the games all
thematic
have their own technical and textual,
politics.
thematically politic.
and thematic
Why'd
politics.
say thematically?
All they have
then?
their technical and
Because my thieves.
technical, contextual, and thematic politics.
What? Oh, I thought you said thematically, not thematic. Okay, thematical. Okay, yeah, thematical. I can give them that. I mean, if the game is like has heavy amounts of politics, that's part of the theme. Yeah.
What do they
right.
mean by technical?
Technical?
Also-
I have no idea what the fuck he's on about because. If
Like-
I don't, what does he mean by technical? That's
I
the
guess.
way to figure it. Does he mean
I
by
guess.
the game mechanics?
I guess because the only thing I can imagine is technically a game has politics, like say Mass Effect or Dragon Age. Technically, there are politics because you deal with politicians. You deal
Contextual, yeah. Yeah, game has context for the politics. Give him that. Thematically, yes, that is correct as well. Where are you going with this movie, Bob?
But he said all
this-
games. All games. So again,
Besides that retardation.
what politics does Tetris have? What politics does Minecraft have? What politics does Stardew Valley have?
Mind you, he's saying this after saying that gamers don't want like half the games in existence, which is incorrect. Saying like, but all these games have their own technical sphere of thematical politics. It's like, yeah, and your point, that's not the issue, you dumbass. He's so far deep into his own narrative that he's arguing a point that's not part of the argument anymore.
Movie Bob
That
is
he's
basic-
justifying the point where we're all in agreement that politics in games is fine as long as just don't force an agenda of like, I don't know, what's currently hip and happening in the world. Just so it lasts like 5 years.
I need
You
to
know
look
what I
at
mean?
chat more because it's like fucking. Movie Bob's face is just fucking pissing me off. Like we just happened to pause in like a still frame where he looks fucking smug, and it's very.
Also, why is this?
It's very
what's with your
off-putting.
awful fucking TV 8-bit shit?
See, this is why I'm a Chad to you guys. I've been looking at Discord the whole time.
I mean,
I've just been reading
I can't just
something
look
else.
at like Discord unless on my phone. But shit.
Get a better phone. Check my head, CAD. Broke.
Anyway.
Where?
Still really.
Okay, how about we put him back to normal speed? Agreed?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Really. And then the biggest irony of all, gaming culture being a sphere unto itself means that the relationship between gamers and their games, each other, the gaming press, and the games industry is also a you-know-what of its own. Several of them...
Pardon?
He said he basically
So the
implied
gaming
that
is-
there's politics inside like in the gaming community. The relationship between gamers, games journalism, and games developers, it's all political. Just like no.
Did he say all political, or it has? It is going to. It's going
Okay,
to
I'm
include
sorry,
politics.
I've
That's
just
the part
phased
I
out
missed.
during
That
the
confused
time.
me.
Let's roll it back.
Ugh, me brain.
All gaming culture being a sphere unto itself means that the relationship between gamers and their games, each other, the gaming press, and the games industry is also...
Their games and they're gaming each other and the games industry.
No, the
way
gamers
you-know-what
and the
of its
games
own.
each
Several
other
of
and
them
the
at
gaming.
once, and
Why? Which is
Sorry, you
kind
got
of
choppy
weird.
there. Can you repeat that?
He said gamers and games each other gaming press. He included the each other, which kind of threw it off for a second there.
Fucking speak American, Bob. Fucking
Speak real English, you fucking.
I live in the land of convicted. We speak the language of convict, and we know it better than you.
like I know how to speak better American
Cunt
than
is
you.
a term of endearment here.
God fucking damn it, Bob. It's like I know how to speak
My
better.
fucking barbecue can speak English better than you can.
I know how to speak better American than you, and I'm like from the fucking Philippines. It's like, dude, just dude.
I mean, my fucking voice has like American in it, so you know somehow I sound more American. I sound pretty fucking American. Fun fact: most people seem to say that my voice sounds like it's from Texas or some shit
Really, that's interesting.
because it's thick. Apparently, like it's thick enough.
Anyways,
In fact, in other words, the dumbest thing about holding the position that strongly defined political beliefs oughtn't be expressed in the gaming sphere is itself an expression of a strongly defined political belief in the...
Saying things to be apolitical is a political... We've hit the circle, boys! Remember how I talked about Appaban? We've hit the fucking circle! We've gone full circle!
Everything's political, guys. Everything is connected to real life.
Hey, we don't want politics. That's political.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
We've hit full circle.
But how dare you suggest that objectivity exists? Nah. That
What's my
can't
reward?
exist.
Can I get my cocaine and LSD?
God.
I have these pair of scissors that I could kill myself with.
I like how
This is 3 minutes
Sorry.
in, and it's like this is really exasperating. This is almost as exasperating as like my commute home. Like, dude, just Bob, what are you doing?
Hey, Cad. Wait
Yeah.
until he says saying it's political, saying they don't want politics is a conservative.
Oh no!
We're good. That's when we hit the point he's become a German.
No.
You watch, boy. Make you suffer.
the gaming sphere. That said, I am grudgingly sympathetic to the sentiment of feeling yanked out of the gaming experience by a ham-fisted, overly blunt message being preached, or just disliking the tacky pretense of shoving some extra big thought into a simple narrative to show off how well-intentioned a creator you are, even though I
Why is he using this game? I heard that this was actually pretty good.
Game.
It's a pretty wholesome, fun game.
Oh, no, no,
Except the guy's singing, it still made me
wasn't this
feel
like
a bit...
also based off of like The Catcher in the Rye, and they actually did that well?
It's it's overwhelmingly liked, even just for a very simple game that's mostly the equivalent of a walking sim. It is fucking
As much as I know, I never like
heartwarming and good with its
False
story.
Guy's
from what I
like
know.
an anarchist, but that's about it, and it's like pretty like just simple.
It has very. I like the
It's a cute little game. I haven't beaten it.
It's a
I
very
still gotta,
fun
like,
game.
What is
Play
he
it
trying to-
properly, but
What is he trying to imply with this game?
Well, Cad. He said in a simple game. I think he's using this to say that this isn't intended to be throwing modern politics. Because he said he sympathizes with us, like he sympathizes with us when we see ham-fisted or poorly executed.
I don't
modern
believe
politics.
that
That's
for
the
a
thi-
goddamn
But
second.
that's the thing. Why this specific game?
Well, that's what I'm getting to. That's what I was getting to. He says he sympathizes
I
with us.
use that description, I'm generally talking about pretentious, masturbatory, hipster pablum like Night in the Woods, whereas for a lot of other folk,
Hipster palette. Fuck you.
Go
you
fuck
cunt.
yourself.
Fuck
really?
you. You're basically trying to trash on Night in the Woods, a simple, heartwarming game, as hipster.
I need
Get
to
fucked,
I need-
movie
I need
Bob.
to-
Get fucked.
hold on. I need to catch that again, because that's wow. That really caught me off guard.
That caught me
I
off,
use
and I'm
that
annoyed.
description, I'm generally talking about pretentious, masturbatory, hipster pablum like Night in the Woods, whereas for a lot
Pretentious?
Pretentious.
Fuck you. Actually, fuck you, movie Bob. Fuck
Pretentious. Pretentious. That's.
you. Now I'm pissed. Now that just fucking pissed me off.
And of course, he's not gonna be fucking explaining this shit, because it's.
Movie Bob, stick to drowning yourself in Mountain Dew, you fucking cunt. You're a disingenuous, pretentious fuck. Speak for yourself only.
Jesus fucking
That
Christ.
actually pissed me off.
Your voice kind of whatever.
Ugh.
God.
I mean, yeah, fuck off, movie Bob. What the fuck did you know
will-
about pretentious?
Okay, maybe I'm biased towards Night in the Woods, but that is just fucking low blow to the game. It's like, get fucked. That is
I
that
wouldn't
is
call
just
it
wow.
fucking pretentious. It's just
pretentious.
a cute little game
It's
about
do
a
you,
cat.
have you played it? Do you know what it is? Oh, let's just give it a bunch of titles that it's not at all.
Just a story about a fucking like dropout.
Also,
Just
A
is he,
dropout who's
around that
suffering,
little
you know, from
town
their own
for-
personal life, who just doesn't know where they belong and shit. Like, fuck, how heartwarming do you want it to be? Oh, it's hipster trash. Fuck you.
And she kind of reminds me of myself in the sense of, oh wow, my entire life is going to shit, and I'm fucking too much of a lazy fuck to do
Well,
anything.
I mean, shit. Like, you can even argue it's very progressive. Like, they have two gay characters, and it's very well executed, and they're likable as fuck.
I've never played.
And the fan base certainly loves those two characters.
I've never played Night in the Woods, so it's like I don't really understand how it's pretentious. So what I kind of find infuriating is Movie Bob is not gonna bother fucking explaining why it's pretentious or why it's terrible or why anything about its lessons are ham-fisted. And I feel like this is just this is like a cheap. This is like he just took a random indie game to dunk on.
Okay, so
and that's kind of pissing me off because it's like, fucking dude, indie games are just
that 180 though, Cal. That's what's gonna get me. I was actually trying to, be a little bit nice to him and go like, yeah, he was using it as an example that nobody wants, forced modern politics in that game, and then he turns around and says pretentious hipster shit. It's like, wow, you cunt. You 180 that entire point I was gonna agree with. He experted
your subvectations.
Can we outlaw subverting expectations? Clearly, nobody wants that anymore. Can that be considered pretentious hipster trash?
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
How long?
Well, looks like the title in your video is correct now.
What's next? What's next?
We're 3 minutes in.
Is he gonna say Ori in the Blind Forest?
Only 3 minutes in. Fuck me. Why? Why are we suffering? No, I'm going to the video. I need to dislike it. I need to do something with it. I need people to hate it.
Anyway, let's continue on.
A lot of other folks, it's just cover for I don't want a game to challenge anything but my thumb speed, and also diversity is an SJW globalist conspiracy. That is, of course, dumb.
I don't want to challenge anything of my thumb speed. Is he saying that we only like very simple games? Is that what I just heard?
We need that at 0.5 speed. Because I did not understand anything he said.
Go ahead.
Alright, here we go.
It's just cover for I don't want a game to challenge anything but my thumb speed, and also diversity is an SJW globalist conspiracy.
Fuck off.
I don't want
back to Night in the Woods. That's progressive. You have two gay characters who are lovable, express themselves, and are executed wonderfully.
Also, that porn is fucking great.
I don't want anything other than a game that challenges my thumbsticks, and I don't want SJW agendas. Is that what
he's saying, though, that we don't like diversity, though, so therefore it's bad. We just need the white straight thing. It's like, that's wrong. Like, fuck, I just listed Night in the Woods again. I'm using what he showed in his clip, and he mocked against him because he's clearly hasn't played the fucking game because he's fucking retarded and can't use his fucking hands to purchase anything because that's too much exercise. Yes, I am genuinely pissed. I don't want to make arguments. I just want to fight him now.
Have this to calm down the rage.
No, I'm going to the other. Where's the other server? I need to see some wholesome animals.
Well, I posted something.
I found it. Now I can dislike it. Fuck you, Movie Bob.
No, go to the group chat. I posted something wholesome.
Nah, I'm just gonna scroll up, looking for the dogs.
This is so pretentious. Like, how did Baldur's Gate become popular again? Like, it's
because it's an RPG with the same kind of aesthetic as Doom. It's like Doom, but RPG and political and something like that. I haven't played it, but I'm pretty sure it had a great story or something like that.
Because that's the thing. It's like he comes... This is such a massive straw man. This is... I mean, yeah, Movie Blob can make this fat, so it's like, of course he's gonna have, like, big straw men, but it's... Jesus. This is ridiculous.
I don't think we got bamboozled after all. We have become the angry. Thanks, Movie Bob. You fixed what CNS was meant to do.
It's CB ass.
You genuinely impress me and make me want to
CB ass, you fucking
punch you.
racist.
See, I said CB ass. What? Or
You said
what
CN
was that?
ass.
Close enough. Whatever. Still an ass. I'm too angry. Let me re in peace.
Conspiracy. That is, of course, dumb as hell. But what's dumber is that the most consistent example of the politic of gaming trying to perform at being non-political when the subject matter has never been obviously more so, as is the case with Ubisoft. See, Ubisoft likes to make big games with richly detailed, highly explorable worlds and at least hypothetically colorful.
I'm sorry, this audio is kind of pissing me off. It's like there's obvious cuts, and it's like the flow is just... This is really disruptive.
I'm not noticing it that much.
Oh
but maybe
yeah,
that's because
I'm
he's
noticing it
focusing
with
on his
jump
words
cuts.
more.
It reminds me of which other YouTuber did this fucking stupid shit?
Riley
Oh yeah,
Dennis?
Onision.
Oh.
I mean, it's probably one of them, but Onision's a notable example.
Oh, fucking Usion, he can suck a dick.
But let's not talk about him because if he even
Isn't he like a 40-year-old
attention, irrelevant.
man who's like still acts like a fucking 10-year-old?
I'm pretty sure he's a pedo, but whatever.
You are what you eat. Anyway.
Oh god.
Memorable characters, often drawing from real-world history and current topical events in ways that draw immediate eyebrow-raising attention to the themes and ideas that appear to be set to be addressed, particularly when those themes and ideas might be currently topical or even political. See, Ubisoft loves to traffic in these edgy, button-pushing visuals because it's a good way to get attention, and visual references to even the vague swirl of images about certain current events can trigger, in the conventional sense, a strong "this is important" response in the way we process information.
Basically, they bamboozled people because someone at their place is playing 4D chess, and I actually could give them a little bit of applause to that because publicity. So I'll give them a little bit credit. They bamboozled us for Far Cry 5, and I expect Watch Dogs Legions to be a bamboozle as well.
Oh man.
$10 says it will not mention Brexit once. It will mention other things that cause like Britain and whatever to have, I don't know, a separation or something else. $10 says it will not be related that hard at all. It'll be like one dialogue from a side quest or some shit.
Jesus.
That's just specific stuff like when the Assassin's Creed games put the action in famous historical settings and say, hey, this one is about the American Revolution or whatever, but more general coded signifiers like how you knew Far Cry 5's marketing was evoking white nationalist militia terrorism for its...
How? Who?
What?
Based
Which
on what?
game? Sorry, what?
Far Cry
What?
5.
What? I'm sorry. You said something about
Yeah,
white
this comes back to
nationalism?
the Christian right-wing thing. They kind of that you're fighting an extremist right-wing religious cult, or that's how it was kind of done. And I think Ubisoft kind of just went, fuck it, let's do that. And then they, 180'd it to be apolitical, and it's a mixed race cult with religion involved.
It was just a cult. It was just a cult.
In the end of it. It was just a
Based
normal,
on what?
non-unique cult. It was just a
I've
standard
never really...
101.
Wait, based on what though? What exactly made people think it was like right wing? Or
I don't know. It's just that's what I don't honestly know. Both sides are saying it was like leftist or rightist, and I think the more majority is saying it was a right wing thing, like an extremist.
Like what exactly triggered that? I don't understand.
I don't know how it started. That's just what I knew about it for a while because I wasn't paying attention that hard to Far Cry. That's all I heard. It was either something leftist or something religious right wing cult.
That's the thing for me. I've only I don't really play much of the Far Cry games, and it's like...
Me either.
I haven't even played Far Cry 5.
I've only played 3 because Vaz is fucking great, and then he just dies halfway through, and that becomes boring because it doesn't have Vaz in it.
It's like,
Okay, I want
And it's like, I
to
have-
admit something. The only Far Cry game that I've actually played is what was that one called? I'm trying to think of it. The one where you play as an Onga Bonga cave.
oh, Primal?
Yeah.
It's political because you're using sticks and stones.
You yell Unga. It's fucking political.
Unga.
Do they say
Unga
the
bunga.
sacred N-word?
Well, no.
No.
I don't think anyone.
Hey, I need
would
something funny. Please, let me have this. I need to
Anyway.
laugh. I'm still
N-word
triggered by
existed
that
back
fucking
then.
Nine in the Woods one.
Anyway.
I'm fully completed Far Cry Primal. Also, I played it on console because I didn't get into like the PC until like. Well, actually, I started off pretty early with the PC, but eventually I just sort of moved out and well, had to stick to my own, and I just sort of went with console for a while.
Anyway, let's
I'm
move
working
on.
towards the PC. Anyway, yeah, let's keep going.
Its villains, even though they weren't technically that, or how Watch Dogs Legion is obviously about fears of a worst-case scenario fallout from the Brexit debacle, even if that doesn't necessarily come up in the game's actual storyline. But according to
Guys, Brexit bad.
How is this confirmed? How is this confirmed? The only thing that was mentioned in the announcement is that the game is set in post Brexit. And it's not exactly implying that just because they had the Brexit, everything just became authoritarianism and it's just
It just sort of happened afterwards. Like, for all we know, this takes place like several thousand. This could take place like 100 years or so in the future. Or
I wouldn't exactly go that far. I'd say like 5 years at least. Like stuff.
What's it? 5 years is a long time, I guess.
So it's like we don't know anything else about this game. The only thing we know is that it's set in the post-Brexit apocalyptic authoritarian Britain.
And you play as an old lady at times.
You can play as multiple characters.
I'm not gonna lie. The idea of having an entire squadron of ladies actually, because that sounds fucking hilarious, but also
The bad ending of
pretty
Cookie
funny
Clicker.
as well. Just
An army of grannies.
the dead sec is pretty accurate then.
God, Movie Bob looks really angry in this like still frame that I paused.
He looks like he's having a derp moment for me.
Ubisoft's VP of editorial, having political themes and aesthetics is not necessarily the same as having a political sensibility or point of view. Saying in a blog post, our goal is to give the players all the information we can, and then let them choose which side of our game worlds they want to explore. We want them to decide what they like, what they don't like, and if and how to change their minds or the way they play based on that information. It's about more freedom for the players.
There is a reason I generally like fucking Ubisoft way more than Activision. I know Ubisoft still does the whole loot boxes and that bullshit. I'm still not impressed with that, but there is a reason I do like Ubisoft more with some of the video games.
Did you guys notice his tone when the way he talked about that?
How he sounded like he was like pissy about it.
Yeah.
He's
Wow.
salty that's what they said. It's like
There's very low key anger to it. Let's play it again. Are you guys at 435?
Yep.
Yes.
Fallout from the Brexit debacle, even if that doesn't necessarily come up in the game's actual storyline. But according to Ubisoft's VP of editorial, having political themes and aesthetics is not necessarily the same as having a political sensibility or point of view. Saying in a blog post, our goal is to give the players all the...
What? No.
Oh,
That's
God.
its own point as well. Sensibility and point of view. It's like they're not adding their own. They're adding
like
in a
he's just
game.
mocking them.
They're giving players a choice on how they want to see it politically. They're not trying to add their own point of view. And what's he mean by sensibility? I don't get what he's going with.
The information we can, and then let them choose which side of our game worlds they want to explore. We want them to decide what they like, what they don't like, and if and how to change their minds or the way they play based on that information. It's about more freedom for the players, which is, of course,
Did you hear that?
How's
It's
he gonna
about
spin
more
this
freedom
one?
for the players. It's like
He sounds pissy like it's meant to be exclusive.
this really comes off as sarcastic. So it's like
He sounds like a pretentious.
He sounds like he's salty that's what they said. It's like, why are you doing my point of view or having a political stance?
How dare you choose a political
How
stance?
dare you be apolitical? Cad, how dare you be in the middle in the
Just
in
for
the
that,
Discord
I'm-
chat? How dare you? You're in the middle.
Just for that, I'm
Fucking
gonna have to
centrist.
kill you
Thanos
and
snap.
all and your entire family
Thanos
because I'm a fucking insane person.
Hear this out. Hear this out. Brother Captain Carfy Pants. Watch Dogs literally making a nanny state.
Oh god damn it!
The Nanny Squadron.
Nanny's rise
Queen,
up.
the Queen is the
Nanny's
leader.
rise up.
Guys, the Queen of England is the leader.
Hey guys, did you know Siege is political because we celebrate our Lord and Savior, Lord T'Challa?
I mean, I don't play Siege, so...
You don't get the meme, so therefore I'm disappointed in you. Also, I'm just gonna quickly change the subject for 2 seconds. I actually do highly
What?
crappy, like even with its crappy like boosters and like packs and stuff. You can it's not that it's actually pretty fucking good game and pretty much a heavy learning curve. Basically skill based as fuck.
Anyway.
Just recommending it. Anyway, continuing on.
Fucking
my head is half working. I'm losing
get off
bread
my stream.
I'm losing brain cells. I can't English correctly anymore. He's turning
I've
me
just
into
given
a
up
mob.
on trying to cover it. I'm just like, fuck this. I'm gonna do something else.
I'll still cover it. It's just, oh my god, he's just
I
making
mean,
it easier.
If there's like any notable things you guys want my like take on, just let me know and I'll like.
You mean the whole
mention
thing?
it.
Yeah, pretty much the whole thing is.
I guess, but I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Movie Bob just bores me and makes me have an
He's
aneurysm anytime
pissing
I
me
see.
off and making me active. My brain is actively trying to deny me any listening or watching of him. It's actively had enough already.
I just got
honestly
fed up and
furious.
said,
I'm
"Fuck it."
honestly just pissed off at like how disingenuous he is. Like it's really annoying.
See,
He's
I was gonna be
delusional.
fine with it, but then he brings
Back-
up Down in the Woods, and that's how he gets me. Somehow, piss everyone off.
Can't wait for him to say that Ori and the Blind Forest is somehow political and fucking pretentious in some way.
Oh, Jesus.
Just watch.
Bad, dumb games industry logic, and yet also instantly recognizable as a strain of generic tech industry bro libertarian bubblethink stupidity that you can only possibly
Bro-libertarian?
think sounds workable or smart if you almost never interact with other human beings, but it's also frustrating because it also sounds exactly...
You fuckwit.
What? This fucking word salad again. Let's go back.
Fucking movie Bob. Stop making us go back for your fucking shit video. We're only 5 minutes in. Man, just speak normal.
Industry logic, and
5
yet
minutes.
also instantly recognizable as a strain of generic tech industry bro libertarian bubblethink stupidity that you can only possibly think sounds workable or smart if you almost never interact with other human beings, but
Pro-libertarian bubble think that only works if you don't interact with
If you don't interact with people,
anyone, people. You get where I was going with it.
what does that mean?
I think he's mocking it, saying that the way they're doing work in reality, it's really can only work if you've never interacted with anyone before. So it would make sense. He's basically saying it doesn't work, from my understanding.
I mean,
Ubisoft trying to keep apolitical? Pfft, that doesn't work. That's gay. That's too centrist, my boy.
every other indie game just being apolitical, only to
Indie games exist, movie Bob.
and they end up selling 1 million copies. It's like, nah, those games don't exist. It's not like Grim Dawn exists.
Risk of the commando in Risk of Rain is
2
orange.
doesn't-
That's clearly a reference to Orange Man.
Orange Man back!
The Huntress has skinny hips. This is objectifying of women. It's political.
Fucking took over my fucking computer for a bit. I'm back.
God. Anyways.
Should we try to rewind and try to get a clear understanding so we can give a proper take? Or
Yeah, probably. Let's slow it down. Wait, let's put it back, and then let's
Oh,
go
dear.
to point. Yes, we are doing 0.5 speed. EFAP has 0.5 tonal at 0.5 speed. We have Movie Blob at 0.5 speed. Let's go, boys.
the strain of generic tech industry bro libertarian bubble think stupidity that you can only possibly think sounds workable or smart if you almost never interact with other human beings, but
God damn, even when he's slow, this is still fucking word salad.
Can I do it one more time, if you don't mind me?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, I want to hear it one more time. I'm trying to pay attention as close as possible. I'm just making sure I get it right.
can only possibly
not fun.
Which is, of course,
now it's too far. Come on, watch together. Work with me.
Libertarian bubble think stupidity that you can only possibly think sounds workable or smart if you almost never interact with other human beings.
Okay, so generic tech industry stupidity, pro-liberal bubble think that can only work if you've never interacted with people.
Okay,
Does that sound more manageable to you guys, the way I just said it?
Area.
It's still a word salad, though. It's like...
Yeah, but does it make more sense from me than it does from him?
No.
Generic... Okay,
No.
let's see if I can somehow make it less word salady. Generic... generic game industry... pro-liberal thinking.
Pro-liberal bubble think.
Bubble think. So, how liberal the way it would think. Is he... I think he's trying to say that they're doing the liberal side of it wrong. I don't know if he means by the left side or if he means something else with the liberal part, but...
Yeah, that kind of makes sense, especially given Movie Bob's history.
So, a leftist kind of point of view? Is that where we're going with this thing? Because I don't want to try to misunderstand and give a take that for something that's incorrect. It's just I'm trying to understand it.
I mean, this...
So he's basically saying what the industry is doing is generic. They haven't interacted with people, which is basically saying they're fucking it up. And a pro-liberal bubble think. So I'm taking a stab that he's saying that their way of doing it with their point of view, at least the liberal side, if we're going with that point of view, because I don't know if that's what he means. Any more context? He's basically saying they're doing that side of it wrong, or they're only doing it because they haven't interacted with the real-world version of people on the left. That's the best I can come up with.
But then that basically means if they interact with real-world people, with real-world liberals, then they wouldn't be interacting with Movie Bob.
Look, I'm trying to get what he means by that liberal part.
Oh, hey,
I feel like
$15 on Steam.
I don't really want to hear him slow and take longer. I'm just trying to get it as close as possible without repeating it for the audience that we do have over and over, because I feel like I'm going to have to watch that over and over in my own time to try to get it, like, just for it to click, if that makes sense. Fuck you, Movie Bob. Just, seriously. Why?
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it again. You're trying to make me rewind just to understand it so it clicks to me. Fucking moron.
But it's also frustrating because it also sounds exactly stupid but well-intentioned enough to possibly make it difficult to explain why trying to do games that are obviously about, well...
Oh, god damn it, I accidentally quit out of a fucking watch together.
Okay.
I was trying to change back to the tab, but it fucking... Give me a sec.
Well-intentioned things that is turned and then plays a video.
Basically, he's using that. Oh, how can they be apolitical when they're doing the fucking division? It's like
Said Washington. That's political. Washington D.C. Bumboy. Well, Washington D.C. Yes, yeah, that's what I mean. You know what I mean?
Dude, context means nothing to Movie Bob. Oh my god. Like, what a dishonest twat.
Our leaders are dead or missing. Dark forces are moving to take control of our nation.
Religious outcasts and depraved fascists prey on the weak and murder the innocent.
All that but yet also somehow not, is a loose.
There is multiple groups with their own weird, fucked up ideology, and we're here to stop them. Isn't that what you would like?
Guys.
How is that specific?
That's not really war
political?
against any side. That's not being political. That's an in-game lore you fuck with.
It's just vague
Oh wait, that's right. The whole
terms.
narrative is that we don't want it at all. Dumbass. See, that's the problem. We're 6 minutes in, but the context is so deprived that it's literally arguing about something that isn't being argued about or talked about at all.
This is bad.
It's such a different take for something that doesn't exist. It's arguing for something that doesn't exist. That's the best way to put it.
This is such a bad faith video. Like, holy fuck.
It really is.
Yeah.
He's gone down his own rabbit hole that he's talking about something else completely. That isn't what anyone has said. It's not there at all. This is a different topic of its own now. Holy fuck. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Fuck me.
So what's the point? So what's the point of this video then? Like,
because gamers don't want politics at all. So
gamers bad. Politics good. We should.
And he's basically saying gamers don't want this, and then he's saying Ubisoft because they're not taking a political stance, or they're saying their games are apolitical with political themes.
Gamers by default oppress women, minorities, and the gays.
Shut the fuck up. We live in a society. We live in a society. Haven't you learned this? You gotta rise up.
Veronica and the Chads are awful people.
Hey guys, we need a hashtag. Gamers rise up. Come on, we need to start the movement yesterday, people.
Guys, we all have
Gamerman
bad. Okay,
we need to get a medical fund.
I like this guy.
Pay a GoFundMe and give me a disability pension.
Gamers are
I still can't believe they made gaming addiction a fucking real mental issue.
Oh, dude. I'm still trying to find how to abuse that for SSS, so that I can get more money. I can get more gamer loot.
It's a loot box pension.
Oh.
There's also a sub pension underneath it called the gacha pension.
The gacha pension.
Hey, Cad, look at the chat. I just put in my own.
Angry gamers rise up.
We are angry, and we will use our anger
we are some angry
rise up.
gamers. We are some angry gamers. We are SAG.
Let me get
angry is goddamn right.
We are SAG. Fucking movie Bob.
This is literally how much shit I give left about Movie Bob at this point, because my brain actively wants me to just wants me to shoot my own ears off. That's how much shits I give anymore.
Losing proposition and will only make the games worse. Fortunately, Ubisoft was nice enough to do it for me by making it the entire premise of their new Watch Dogs game.
London. Had a good run there for a while. Now it's all riots, bombings, and people thrown in cages like animals.
Hold on. Can we repeat that part? Because something caught my attention.
Which one? Riots, bombings, or people being thrown in
We had a
cages
good
like
run.
animals?
We had a good
run.
What does that mean?
Who knows?
That's a very ambiguous statement when you think about it.
It's
London.
kind of
It
kind of leaves it up to the imagination. If we're gonna take it from, remember when Movie Bob said that they want their gamers to have a choice? Maybe that's the point of it. That, or they're still continuing that post-Brexit thing as a way to be a marketing tool. You know what I mean, Cad?
Uh-huh.
It's either that they're just keeping it vague on purpose, or it's still continuing the thing that they said back in E3. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway. Because it's like, this is...
London. Had a good run there for a while.
Yeah, it's very ambiguous.
If we
London had a good run
if we-
there for a while.
if we keep it pretty, if we were to keep it down to the bare bones base, if we went back to basics, this could mean before the authoritarian state, because he does to say, oh, now it's all bombings and riots and people thrown in cages. So, you know, he's saying it was good before and then shit started to hit the fan. If we really wanted to go,
that's the thing, isn't it?
pretty
It's like-
basic. If we wanted to go super basic with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's very
That is a
vague.
possible way to look at it. So there's actually 3 ways you could try to look at that already. How funny is that?
It's like it could have gotten authoritarian then before like the Brexit, and then it's like, oh, we'll push through the Brexit because fuck you, we don't want to deal with your shit.
Even if that's not the case.
Yeah,
And this is Ubisoft,
that's-
so that's probably the case. So if you,
that's
the
the
guy
thing,
in
right?
the video
It's-
saying that probably means, well, it was, you know, it was a good time to live in Britain. Now
That's
it's
the
fucked.
thing.
It could be as simple as that. It could.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's so fucking open.
It's so open to interpretation.
No, guys, clearly
Again,
it's,
Ubisoft gives us the
saying
choice to
that
decide with the
Brexit
political thing. That's what
bad.
movie reference thing, you know, that's salty over.
Like he's providing the
damn, boy.
context of this, and it's like, dude, this is I don't.
He
think this
provided
is
more
what
than context. He used an old article back when Division 2 was going to get released, and they said, oh, you know, we want gamers to have the choice, like how they see it. It's like,
guys,
fuck, you did our job
doesn't
for us, you
matter.
fucking moron.
It's like, dude, I don't think this means what you think it means. That's kind
No,
of what I
guys.
want to say to Bob.
Clearly, context
not what you think it
bad
means,
and
Bob.
Brexit bad because this person says a vague statement and it means Brexit bad.
Fake statement. I could use that. It's part of my content.
Now it's all right. Bombings.
I want to make a joke there, but
And
YouTube's
people
probably
running cages like
carefully
animals.
watching.
Oh, I know you could forget the killer robots everywhere.
So yeah, in Watch Dogs Legion, something unspecifically not good has happened in the United Kingdom, and now a fascist
You saw a
government
fucking
sees control using
fuck
the-
off
Wow, that's
that
really
thing. Wow,
It is
So
super
in fuck-
vague, and you admitted.
it's super vague. That's you can't just try to
Nah, guys, it's
That's
not
very-
vague enough.
fuck you, Bob. No, it's super vague. I don't care if you're trying to.
It's
low-key
vague
that
on
shit.
purpose. My best bet, and I'm literally going to be, again, provided us to save us doing the work. Ubisoft has fucking said they want us to have our choice. Is it mass appeal? Yeah, sure, whatever, but fuck, at least they're making a point that, you know, it's up to us how we see it, as how we interpret it. At least they're giving us that. They're not pushing, they're just giving us a choice. I could give them credit where credit is due, and this is vague to the interpretation. So it could be about Brexit, it could be about something else, or it could just be as basic as you know, it's a good country, and now it's, you know, has this shit within, like, I don't know, 20, 30 years. We had a good run. Fuck. We can interpret it the way we want. Movie Bob.
That's the
Your
thing.
point failed you.
Yeah, it's like movie Bob. Fucking understand.
Pull the
where-
Mountain Dew out your ass and actually use your head.
Get rid. Start draining out the Mountain Dew out of your ears. God damn it.
Fill it up with start drinking water. Have some in
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, drink more water. This don't overdo it with the Mountain Dew.
I would suggest milk, but that's apparently white supremacist.
According
Anyone
to
remember that?
Sweden,
Anyone remember that?
I still can't believe, is Sweden actually like banning milk in their country?
Why?
Guess give it like 10 years where milk is banned from UK. Oh, you got a license for that milk?
You have to get them from milk dealers, but the
And
problem
you
is
have
they
to
sell
color
milk
it
in a
not white
bag.
because white will be banned. The color white is banned because it's
Does
white.
that mean other kinds, the flavored milks will still be around?
Corgis are banned because they're white. Huskies are banned because they're white. My mask is banned because it's white. My hair is banned because it's white.
Whatever. Let's go on.
The dark side of ubiquitous communications technology, which you must battle as an army of heroic hackers using the good side of ubiquitous communications technology, and also just, you know, guns and punching apparently still seems to work just fine too. Anyway, the big gimmick is that your hacker army is basically Antifa by way of
What?
Wait. Did he say anti
Antifa
what? Did he say
by way
Antifa
of-
or anti?
Yeah, he said Antifa.
He said anti. I'm pretty sure he said anti-fascist, but he cut it in a way that you only hear the.
No,
fuck.
I think he's talking about the fucking.
Hold on, we can't. There's, you get to play.
That's what they are.
Let's rewind. Let's make sure.
Yeah, go back.
I hardly said. He said Antifa, but okay.
Let's
double check. We don't. Let's just be
let's
fair.
slow it down. That way we can be really sure.
Let's just double check.
Technology and also just, you know, guns and punching apparently still seems to work just fine too. Anyway, the big gimmick is that your hacker army is basically Antifa by way of...
Called it. Antifa.
Antifa.
By way of Uber, okay. Because, you know, a terrorist group is totally the same as these people.
Okay, Bob. Fucking putang ina.
Oh god, what a retard.
Tang ina mo, Bob. Holy shit. I can't.
This is top movie, Bob, I tell you what.
I can't. Oh my god, no. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Bob?
Okay, I'm alive. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, movie Bob, you fucking moron.
No.
Aren't Antifa like
They're
extreme
terrorists
leftists who care about progressive views? So doesn't that kind of fucking backfire when you can get to play as every like different ethnicities and working together in a diversity kind of filled cast, and you can fill it up with anyone you want, so you can primarily do black people, Hispanics, etc. You fucking idiots. So doesn't
They're
that kind of
also not
analogy
a
fail
terrorist
you
group.
as soon as you say Antifa when they themselves are
I'm pretty
extremist
sure-
leftists? You
Now,
fucking idiot.
to be fair about the terrorist group thing, I'm pretty sure in the context of that game, they would more than likely be considered terrorist groups.
Well, yeah, of
Especially
course,
considering the
but
damage that
that's
they can
I
do.
can see where the comparison would come from, but them specifically, it's a bit hard because it's like
Antifa's
Really?
politically
Them?
motivated.
they're
These guys
just
are
violent
just-
because people have different views. Like I've seen plenty of the weird, fucked up
Black
shit.
Lock guy.
And what they consider, you know, for helping us by, I don't know, throwing bricks at people because they wrong
Black
think.
Lock.
At least DedSec, yes, they're terrorists, and yes, that's the context. They're considered terrorists. And you gotta get people's trust in the game to join DedSec. That's like the system. But in this case, they're it's like the Final Fantasy VII crew. They're considered terrorists, but they're, you know, trying to, you know, help the world, you know? Like, fuck.
And they eat. And
It's a different kind of terrorist. By saying Antifa, you're automatic. That's way the fucking opposite of what DedSec is in this universe.
Yeah.
That's like the fucking full blown opposite of which kind of terrorist they are.
Anyway, we're 7 minutes in finally after like probably a fucking hour. So let's continue on with.
Yeah, I came back briefly.
Oh, one more thing. One of my friends, Carf, has just said the movie Bob stream. You know, he's referring to movie Bob. He wants to neck himself. I fully agree with you, bro. I fully agree with you.
Just do something better, more productive, and
Oh no!
But it gives us views.
Now my stream
It
is
has
just
the
making.
views.
Now my stream is
You
making
can
just
still
making
give us
people kill
views.
themselves.
you
I'm
just
sorry.
give us views by leaving the stream on while he goes do something else. I don't know.
I'm sorry, people. I didn't realize that Movie Bob had the power to make people kill themselves.
Is this considered terrorism?
Is this an attack?
Is
that like a personal attack or something?
Beat you to it. Beat you to it.
Uber, so you're using an app to recruit and manage your army of anti-government sleeper agents from anyone. Like literally any random NPC in the open world game can be potentially brought on board. Cool mechanic. Really dumb for the narrative of a game, though, that's otherwise trying to wear the skin of a quasi-realistic topical thriller by draping itself in newsworthy imagery, buzzwords, and aesthetics of modern, present-day...
But Britain is like they don't even have like like it's not primarily white anymore, isn't it? It's like what, 50% now or some shit? Isn't this a bit more accurate and relevant? In your case,
No,
your
guys,
point
it's
is
gotta
fucking
be a bunch
retarded.
of white people.
Like,
That's what Movie Bob wants. He wants an after state.
I mean, shit, there was a video talking about, oh, I thought Britain was entirely white, but there's this ethnicity. Like, literally. That was, like, promoted or some shit from, like, I don't remember who, but, like, some, like, group or political. It's, like, talking about how Britain is, like, not just a white people state. Jesus. Isn't that kind of actually... It's not dumb, Movie Bob. It's correct, and it's its own universe. So why is it dumb? Oh, wait, right, because... It's got to be related to Brexit, even though we all know it's going to be apolitical as shit. But even if it was Brexit, it's still accurate because, you know, Britain's got so many different ethnicities now or some shit, you know, and they're growing. So, you know, fuck, aren't you wrong, Movie Bob? Wait a minute, does that make you white supremacist?
Anyway.
Are you saying that's wrong and it's meant to be all white? Tisk tisk, Movie Bob, better watch your wording. You don't want to piss off the group you pander.
I mean, think about it. If you can recruit anyone for a take down the government mission, that means everyone, like, in the country is already more or less in the same ideological page, and one phone call from...
No! You can join a group because you have different... You can join a group because you have, like, different motivations. You can still be in the same group and have different motivations. Fuck! Oh my god!
Also, yeah, Carf said it's kind of helping my point. 7% non-white, so Movie Bob is just wrong. He clearly doesn't research anything because moving fingers is so much exercise for him. I mean, shit, he's standing up. That's a lot of exercise. 10 minutes of standing up? Jesus Christ, Movie Bob. No, give him a clap, He's exercising super hard, guys.
The most muscle skills he has is flapping his gums.
That's the only strong point in his body, and it's still fat. Come on, Movie Bob. You can do it. I encourage you. Come on. Give him encouragement. He wants to lose his weight by standing up. Come on.
My god.
I've effectively given up. I just want to insult him.
I'm done. I gave up long ago. I just don't care anymore. I'm just
7 minutes in. I'll finish the cancer. I need to...
I'll stick around for the stream, but I'm probably not gonna talk much about this.
Just take a break, then. I'll finish it.
Violent rebellion. In which case, where did the fascist government come from? Like, it doesn't appear that this version of England was conquered by an enemy nation or space aliens or something. It doesn't look like there was an apocalypse.
Oh, that cut! I heard that cut.
Oh boy.
Okay, but for real,
can you replay that? Because I missed that. I think I missed that. Can you replay that?
Yeah, he really cuts it out. Even I noticed. Fucking car with the insults.
Fucking face. Look at the way his mouth
enemy nation or space aliens or something. It doesn't look like there was an apocalyptic war or whatever.
Oh my god! Yeah, holy shit!
You heard that, Cat, right?
He really.
Oh my
wow.
god!
God damn, that's
my editing, my audio editing is better than this. You know how many...
That's a really
Why
that's
would
really
you do a jump cut in the middle of in the start of a fucking sentence?
If I give you my links to my videos, my audio is actually better than his in that regard because I actually keep spaces for my words. If I have to absolutely cut it, I just redo the audio.
I don't cut audio.
You could do way better.
Like I do like paragraphs.
I do better than this.
I do fucking Movie Bob.
Movie Bob.
How does he get 10,000 views? Jesus fuck.
Who fucking knows? The world may never know.
Honk honk. That's my excuse.
We're almost done, guys.
Run by bad guys. So presumably whoever is in charge of this was at one point agreeable enough to some of the population to get installed as the government. And even in the most extreme scenarios, some of the population would probably still support them. It only makes sense, right? I mean, even Hitler was elected. Vladimir Putin technically gets elected every time. The nutcase running Brazil right now was elected. The dictatorial regimes in charge of Cuba and North Korea originally took over as the head of popular revolutions. You know, fascist, authoritarian, whatever governments of the time.
Bob, you have context for all those countries. For the one in the for the authoritarian state in the game,
serious?
nothing was provided.
Yeah,
no reason, no context,
Bob.
no context or reason was provided as to how it got to that state.
Ubisoft will provide it when the game comes out. Can't really say that it's one
Yeah,
thing,
I'm still not gonna
or
play
say
it 'cause
that,
it's
like, if you're
boring
confused
as
about
hell.
what it is, that's fine. None of us know what it is yet because it isn't out yet. Once we get it, then we can have the context. It's fine to be confused, Movie Bob. We get it. Your
Play
brain is
something
small.
after this.
Jesus Christ, movie.
How about we all play Risk of Rain after this to calm down? Just
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I actually still need to do some recording, some more recording. So
come on, take a break with us for once. Just you need it after this, man. Come on, for real.
Let's take
I calmed down with
like,
the recording.
relaxation.
I calmed down with the recording, surprisingly.
Aw, I just
Well,
want
that's
to play with
because
my
your
friend.
voice has to be calm.
Yeah.
Type being referenced in Legion's topically trope-laden imagery don't just appear out of nowhere and take over places.
What the fuck was that? Can we?
Did you hear
It was
that audio
another
cut?
jump cut.
What?
It's another jump cut.
Re-recording is for pussies, Movie Bob
This
2019.
is annoying. This is really annoying, and it's like
I hate
Even
it.
I'm noticing it now. Jesus, my
It's
brain's...
like you didn't even bother hiding it. It's so bad.
how do you how does Escapist allow this?
I
How does
don't know.
Escapist allow this? They allow this is uploaded on their
Well,
channel.
apparently they just
Okay,
let him do
can
what
we
he
agree?
wants.
We have Yahtzee, who has brilliant audio, funny and interesting visuals, even some of his older ones, and currently now he's doing the old-fashioned ending where there's a mini-skit, which is awesome. His words are funny, he keeps it simple, and he swears. Yes, I'm using that point because he actually uses it, and it can be... I'm going to argue for that, because he's funny. Movie Bob, word salad, jump cuts that are broken. His points, he's arguing for something that doesn't even exist at this point. He's effectively a fucking cunt. And he's misconstruing a whole thing. Even if Yahtzee at his word misconstrued, you can at least say he's funny and trying to be a reviewer. Like shit.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I know it's
Even
two
if he
different
was
things
wrong on that
entirely
whole
with him, but at
monster
least
plot
like
thing with so much.
like Yahtzee is fucking great compared to this trash.
Yeah, let's continue.
God, like fuck, Escapist, just remove him. Give him his own platform.
Cancel.
Boom.
Cancel.
Boom. He can have his own place, and he can have his own audience, and it can just be Yahtzee again.
Cancel movie Bob.
No, I'm not saying remove. Okay, before it gets out of context,
that's not
I'm not saying
fully
deplatform. I'm just saying give him his own. Give him his own YouTube channel, and then tell the audience to
How
go
about he
there.
just makes
Boom.
his own
Settle.
fucking YouTube
Then it can be
channel?
Yahtzee sing again, and then Movie Goblin can have his own channel. Win-win.
Well, how about they both just make
Context
their
here,
own
people.
channels? Why are they making like videos specifically? Like, is it like some partnership? Like,
know, he
with
probably
a
does
set,
upload it
we're
on some-
contractually obligated to make it specific and only upload it to this channel? Or sorry, fucking
Escapist, Movie Bob edition, and then Escapist, Yahtzee. Come on, that sounds like the most brilliant way to keep it so people can have just Yahtzee again.
Yeah. Anyway.
As the head of popular revolutions. Fascist, authoritarian, whatever governments of the type being referenced in Legion's topically trope-laden imagery don't just appear.
Oh god, that was holy
That
shit!
was so
I
bad.
think he actually.
I missed that. What was it? A
cut
jump
it
cut or
so
his word?
bad it missed the start of the actual word itself.
I think he's given up.
Appear out of nowhere and take over places where no one supports them. It doesn't work that way. They generally have followers, supporters, brown shirts, if you like, of their own among the citizenry. That gets them there in the first place. Hell, even...
He doesn't understand what motivations are. God damn it.
We're nearly there. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Two more. Nearly there.
the goddamn Star Wars prequels understood this.
So this is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
Plus, you'd think it would only make a game like this more challenging and interesting if you actually had to work out who among the people you could actually trust to bring into the fold versus, nah, I'm actually okay with fascism and now I'm going to report you. Or, I mean, I don't love fascism, but it's not personally kicking my ass right now, and I really can't skip work. I mean, that would be more interesting, but it would also require the game to both give the evil government characters and the hacker protagonist a defined ideological divide.
Hold on.
Okay, maybe my brain just skipped everything, but what does he mean? Oh, I can't. Is he talking about the civilians in the world that are just accepting?
Yeah, that's the thing. What more?
Is that
do
what
we
he's
actually...
talking about? Like my brain feels like it skipped a bit.
Because the thing is, he's talking about things like that we don't even know if they're in the game yet. That Like, that strikes
Is he
me as...
arguing about the NPCs that he can technically get, like the people that are living under the regime?
This strikes me as such an odd argument. Because it's like, this game isn't even out yet.
Like,
Where are you getting... Where are
I
you
feel like he's
assuming
talking about
these...
the civilians, but I can't
Where are
be
you
fucked to
assuming these
rewind.
mechanics? Where are you assuming these dynamics? Oh,
Hey, you know it's a 10 out of 10 game if we get to name our group. Like, if we hire everyone, we should be able to group's nanny patrol or something. Ubisoft, I'm giving you genuine advice. Give us a naming system for our squadrons.
Jesus. Anyway, we're almost done. We're almost done.
AKA political outlook to be in conflict over, apart from being evil and not being evil, which, to be fair, as the game is closer to release, they may in fact have, and that might mean actually committing to something like a viewpoint and asking players to at least temporarily imagine themselves doing the same. And Ubi has already apparently made it clear.
Here, look at our viewpoint. Is that what he means, or is this the game's viewpoint? Because that's context that we need, Movie Bob. Seriously.
And it's like...
We need... Because... Do you mean by the developers? Because that's retarded. We don't need to know what they think. We just need to know what the game thinks. And how they made it. I mean, shit. They could be the most extremist leftist, but have, like, a more apolitical stance and be like, you know, here, you know, you can decide how it goes. It can be a bit more your thing or a bit more left thing. It's just how you want to look at it. Like, they can do that. People aren't retarded. Well, you know, plenty of people aren't retarded. They can make a video game where it's, you know, political, but it still keeps the apoliticalness in the video game, you know? That makes sense?
Yeah. It's...
My brain hurts. I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
Clear, they just aren't interested in planting those kind of ideological flags. And I'm sorry, but for all the highfalutin rhetoric about player choice...
Did you hear that?
No.
Let's go back a bit.
Movie Bob, I can't watch you in one sitting. I have to take like 5.
Are you guys at 925?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Ubi has already apparently made it clear they just aren't interested in planting those kind of ideological flags. And I'm sorry, but for all the highfalutin rhetoric about player choice, it's hard not to read that as just simple cowardice. A company...
Player choice equals cowardice. Not planting
Forcing an agenda is apparently cowardice now. Not
that's
forcing
an
agenda.
video. We could just
Apparently cowardice now.
Agenda.
Wow.
That's his whole video. He summarized it. My God, he summarized it.
He thinks that not forcing an agenda is cowardice. Great job, Movie Bob. You're a top tier reviewer. I can't clap. Fuck.
I want to play Dusk again. I'm getting tired of this shit, man. Dusk is amazing.
I thought we'd play Risk of Rain 2 after this. Cat P, you
Whatever,
recording
Cat.
can wait for a bit.
Displaced
you and I
fear
can.
of the vocal minority of internet trolls who raise holy hell if some remotely progressive idea is evinced in a gaming space, which one imagines it
He said
would
vocal
be
minority.
in
Yay! He said something correct.
I mean, yeah.
He actually said something with sanity.
fascism that actually meant it. But even leaving that aside, how is that not just bad design from a narrative standpoint? Yeah, great. Every NPC has
fucking game yet. You.
That's the thing, isn't it? You're really
Yeah,
he's really jumping the gun. He's
Yeah,
jumping
really
the
is.
gun.
No,
with
he's not
it.
jumping the gun. He's jumping the fucking Mars. He's jumping fucking Pluto. He's jumping the fucking solar system.
How do you make this
Jumping
claim?
all the way into
How
a
do
black
you-
hole.
How do you
I'm
back
done.
this up?
I'm ending it. Nah, I'm ending it. Let's get it over.
their own story for
We're
their
done, I
recruitment,
think.
but does that matter when I don't really know what anyone in this revolution would actually be revolting about?
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
fucking
because it's an
care,
authoritarian state and they just want more freedom. You fuck with. Moving on.
Thought.
Rayman and
Done.
it's
Yes.
like
Done. I'm
Yay.
done. No
Done.
more of this.
Yay! Fuck
Yay.
this. Play something, do something fun.
2 hours, man.
Alright, what
2
do you guys
hours.
wanna play?
Give up.
Jesus.
What do you
Can
guys
we
wanna
watch like a
play?
kitty
We got-
video for the audience and us? I was gonna say I because I'm kind of just stubbornly just want to make the just needs. How about we put in a kitty like?
Hey,
top 10
I know a
best
video
kitties or
we can
something
watch
for the audience
It's
and us.
pretty interesting. No, I know an interesting video we can watch. It's about motion controls. Let me get it.
We need something that's genuinely more wholesome and a lot less retarded. Like I'm used
Oh,
to
it's a lot less
retarded
retarded for the most part. It's a
Movie
pretty
Bob has a
interesting
special
video,
kind of. I'm gonna have to get used to this thing if I'm going to be numb to it. Jesus, that's good job, Movie Bob. I'm usually numb to idiocy, but yours is genuinely dumb.
All right, let me get it up, and I'll put it in the. Hang on.
I think most of my anger comes after the fucking Night of the Woods, though. That's probably why I'm sick of it, because that just genuinely hit me.
I never played Night in the
That
Woods.
genuinely hit me, man.
I never played Night in the Woods, but I feel like he's just looking. He thought, "Oh, this is just some."
He never played it. He hasn't played it.
He's like,
it
"Oh,
has
this
an
is
actual
just some...
genuine LGBT, couple, and it's
All
genuinely
right,
well
I'm
done.
gonna get it up. Let me get it up. Sorry.
He's clearly never played it, and he's calling it stuff, and that's just a mockery to the game. Maybe I'm being a biased fan of it, but god damn it, Movie Bob.
It's like he's
Good
obviously
job.
just.
You pissed me off.
He's obviously just like. He was like, "Oh, this is a cheap indie game that I can dunk on."
All right,
What a
got it.
fucking
will change
cunt.
game control forever.
Welcome to your motion-controlled future. You will dance and
Interesting little
sing.
video.
You
10
will
minutes,
play
man.
with the
Start.
balance board.
Yeah.
When you play alone, you will be reminded to go outside.
It's not
When
the
you
most
have been
get.
outside too long, you will be reminded to play Wii.
Mind you, make sure that you say who it is, so because they deserve it.
Oh yeah, this is Daryl. He's a really good channel. I actually found him thanks to his
Narrow.
Majora's Mask video.
Daryl.
Narrow. Oh, Narrow's
maybe
the
put
guy
it
who
in the
made
chat.
the video.
Just so, I'm gonna put it in the chat. So
Yeah, just
if
put
they
the
want
name
to
in
watch,
the chat.
yeah.
just-
Well, I'm gonna put the
It's
link.
Narrow with 2 L's. 2 R's, I mean.
Okay.
There we go.
There.
But yeah, he's a really good YouTuber. He's done some pretty interesting videos. He's also done a pretty good video on the Resident Evil 2 remake before and after it came out.
This is so.
The pants.
We. We.
Start.
We.
The gaming community. To hardcore gamers, many of whom had just bought expensive HD systems, it was an underpowered machine totally reliant on the gimmick of motion in order to sell. It didn't help that early implementations weren't very good. Because the remote didn't have enough buttons, waggle, or meaningless shaking was used to perform actions a button could have done as well or better. Based on the comments that come up anytime motion control is discussed, it seems like a lot of gamers have held on to those negative first impressions. In fact, I expect this video to get a lot of drive-by shitposting, which is unfortunate because I consider motion to be one of the best innovations gaming has made in the past decade. This video will explore why motion is a good thing and why its adoption has been so uneven. One of the biggest innovations of the Wii was the infrared camera, which would see the LEDs in the sensor bar and use that data to move a cursor on the screen.
Huh.
This has the advantage of bringing your entire arm into the aiming process.
You have like 100 muscles in the arm. You got the complete full range of motions, large movements, small movements.
You can make big swings from the elbow, or precise adjustments from the wrist.
Wow.
The range of movement afforded by this is huge compared to using your thumb.
I find that I find that very interesting because it's like, I was watching someone like before play like House of the Dead Overkill on like the Wii, and it's like
House of the Dead.
Yeah, House of the Dead Overkill.
I played 2 and 3 on the Wii, like years ago. It was fun. It was pretty damn good with the controls.
Yeah,
it's a rail shooter.
It's really interesting because it was like
Resident Evil 4 on the Wii.
because it's like it seemed like the Wii with like the Wii controller, it's one way of like preserving these arcade games like Time Crisis and House
Yeah, it really is.
The only issue I have is that you need one of those gun pads because it's really awkward to aim not like a gun on the screen. You kind of need like a gun.
Oh yeah,
pad.
it is gonna be a little iffy, but once you
it
get
still works
one,
well.
it's really good.
And best part, you don't have to put quarters in, and you can use 2 Wii remotes to play 2 people.
Yeah.
He's actually got 2 videos talking about motion controls. This one's more like just discussing them, and the one's like responding to like criticisms and stuff.
I'm not exactly
To
against
tilt a
motion
stick
control.
within a
Sounds
1-inch
useful.
radius, with a space for precise adjustment like aiming is a matter of centimeters. The difference in these inputs is so pronounced that you can see it in footage. Analog sticks aim in jolting straight lines while motion aim is fluid.
Yeah,
That's also why mouse is superior.
pretty much.
When Resident Evil 4
Yeah, he
launched
brings
on
that
Wii,
up.
many
It's
people
like-
considered it a broken version of the game, because you weren't supposed to be able to headshot every enemy and trivialize the shooting like this. But many people also consider it the best version, specifically because the aiming is so good.
So is the mouse
Sin
and
and
keyboard,
Punishment
but I
2
get
is
where he's
another
going
example
with.
of the same thing. Treasure
Oh, he considers mouse and keyboard and motion controls to be like the top tier of like
Well,
control.
yeah, I get where he's
Yeah.
going with it. It's just I'm just adding the extra point in. I get the versus controller and how it's rejected stuff with the motion, but I get where he's going with it. At least,
Yeah, it's a really interesting.
at least he's
video.
being genuine.
And I think at this
Yeah.
point, this
That was
point,
like really good YouTube.
can we also say something about mouse and keyboard? Because at this point, it's a non-argument. I know there are console peasants who still think, controller's better. But for the normal people, it's a non-argument. It's nonsense.
Yeah, I know. Even he thinks it's a non-argument.
And this also, his focus is his art. He is talking about motion control. So he doesn't need to talk about mouse and keyboard.
Well, he does bring out briefly, I think, somewhere along the line, but he does bring out that it's like one of the best like control options.
Hey, if I'm
But he does criticize the actual keyboard part of it.
Can I bring
least
up real quick the
somewhat.
comments? This is I love this one. A new update is now available for Doom on Nintendo Switch. Who asked for this? Literally everyone. Literally everyone.
I know.
Another one says, hot take, a
port
computer mouse
runs
has
a
much
bit
more
weird.
common with a motion control, like a motion Wiimote. Which is, yeah, you know, it kind of is,
Fair
actually.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I know. Let's keep
It's not
going.
really a hot take, it's just fact, really.
with the
Still, I like
GameCube
the-
controller and expected Nintendo's testers to say it was too hard, because if you're unfamiliar with Treasure, their games are batshit insane. Instead, Nintendo said it was too easy. They had been using the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, and they made short work of segments that were challenging on a traditional controller. Good luck making movements like this with an analog stick.
Goddamn son of a bitch!
The game had to be rebalanced to work because the IR camera was like cheating in games built for analog sticks. But it's not a cheat to use your own movement. The shooting is only easier because your intentions are realized better. This advantage gets more interesting when looking at competitive shooters, since they pitted remotes and controllers against each other. One would assume that a generational leap in control would have been a selling point for these games, but it was just the opposite. Because of the stigma surrounding the remote, GoldenEye was promoted with a dual analog bundle, with a lot of publications suggesting you'd be a fool for using anything else. It was as if the remote was only good for Wii Sports and didn't have this huge advancement in aiming built into it. This is where we have to address the illusion that dual analog is good enough, that sticks are the ideal input and that any attempt at change is a gimmick. You may have noticed that I'm not aiming at these enemies, yet the gun is finding its way to them. This is the crutch that makes dual analog viable. Because sticks are blunt and imprecise, developers have to deploy a lot of tricks to make it feel like you're aiming well.
Yeah,
you can see the aim assist that moves your reticle
God,
onto
look
an
how
enemy,
strong
but
that
there
is
are
in that
hidden
game.
layers beyond that.
I don't even have to touch the right joystick. And then when I aim down the sights...
Holy
This
shit.
little cross here that you see is actually where the bullets will bend towards. And as I go...
I remember Wolf criticizing that in
Jesus Christ!
Halo
Halo
5
5, what the
video.
fuck's wrong with you?
Your turning speed when you get close to an enemy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Halo 5. It's Halo 5.
Okay, no,
years back.
no, I have to.
Wolf mentioned the
That
aiming
is okay.
thing
I can okay. It's
in,
one thing to have sensitivity movement, so like messing with your sensitivity when aiming with a controller, but moving the bullets into the hitbox.
Yep.
What?
They did that.
Yeah.
Wolf criticized them for this in his Halo 5 video.
Okay, I can at least say this: all but five is going to Steam, so fuck you, Halo 5.
Halo fuck you.
Get fucked, Ryan.
Or get fucked, Chuck Welding. No way,
Yeah, but yeah, I am actually
What did Wolf
legitimately
say? I can't
hyped
remember.
for Halo and PC.
What was it Wolf said? Get fucked, Brian, or Chuck Wenning? I can't remember.
I think it was Brian. Get fucked, Brian. So
You
good.
probably watched that. Anyway, let's keep going.
Your reticle would try and follow him.
Maybe you don't notice that it's helping that
Right.
much. Yeah, it just feels like you're that badass.
Yeah.
This is the reality of dual analog, an input method so poor that the game practically has to cheat on your behalf to make it work. One would think that the people who consider themselves the most skilled players would embrace the first input on console accurate enough to play without these assists, not reject it on sight. These assists are part of the reason the remote never caught on as well as it deserved. It didn't really matter that aiming was better when all you had to do was face the enemy and pull the trigger. Nintendo took the hint that many gamers weren't willing to move on, and with few exceptions...
I have to say this, though. Doom just slaps every bitch in the face who uses analog control and aim assist.
Oh, dude.
I love that. I just love that it just slaps him in the face.
Yeah, it just introduces
Hardcore
like
PC-styled
gyro
FPS, man.
controls and like also has like the keyboard and mouse setup.
If you like playing Doom with a controller, I've actually played it on a console before I got it again
You
on
can
PC.
play it with a controller.
I can't play
you just
shooters
need
on a
gyroing.
controller.
I actually had Doom first on the PS4, and
Okay,
dude,
I
like
have
playing it on
that.
PC, dear God, it makes me feel more badass. The way I can actually have much
dude,
more range of
playing it
motion
on
with
PC is
my left hand
fucking
and have
great.
much more precise and brilliant aim with my right hand. It feels so much better. It's
I mean, I
smooth.
still fucking suck at Doom, but I feel way better when I'm playing it on
Yeah,
like.
but at least you're not using your thumb to look and jump. In this case, I can look, jump, shoot, roll, everything, all in two hands instead of requiring like a third or
Well,
fourth
the
hand.
interesting thing is that like
embrace
fucking gyro aim kind of removes the whole looking and sort of stuff as well.
Anyway,
let's keep going.
IR camera aiming died out when the Wii did. Nintendo moved on to gyro aiming, which is a step back in some ways. It has no absolute reference point like a sensor bar, so it loses calibration over time. It's not well suited to big, fast motions, and, excepting the Joy-Cons, the fact that moving and aiming are no longer separated into different hands makes it a little bit clumsier.
I don't mind that,
But
to be
gyro
honest,
doesn't
too
replace
much.
dual analog, only supplement it. Gyro aim allows you to play with a normal control scheme, but when the time comes to make precise movements, the type a stick really sucks at, you get to use motion instead. One would assume that this would catch on more easily than the remote. It's not tied to the maligned Wii branding, it doesn't disrupt a normal control scheme, and can pretty much be ignored if you don't.
I actually like that idea, having like, especially with their most
Gyro
recent
is
console,
really
the Switch.
good.
That sounds brilliant for it. Sure, you need kind of space in your area,
Well,
but
the thing is, you
that's
can
still
do
pretty
gyro
good.
aim on PC. Like you can literally set up calibrate a PS4 controller to
You don't
do
even
it.
need to. You got a mouse. That's your gyro aim.
yeah,
Yeah, but
Your
if you
mouse
want
is
to
your
like
motion and
use the
gyro
whole
control.
gyro
And this is,
aim,
hold on,
like,
hold on. This
you
is
have the option.
this gyro thing. This is for Switch, right?
Well, some of it's like for Wii U, some of it's being done on the PC.
So it would make sense that you'd use that for the Wii U, and hold on, and the Switch.
And
Wii U and the Switch.
And the Switch
But
when it's
some
ported.
people also
Yeah, because it's
prefer
like
to,
it's
do it on
portable.
the
It's
PC.
portable. So yeah.
Well,
you
the
want-
Wii U not so much. The Wii U's got a little gamepad, but the system itself isn't portable.
Yeah, but talk about
3DS is though, as is the Switch.
Still, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Anyways, let's keep going.
You don't want to use it.
Fuck.
And to an extent, it has caught on, but only with a certain audience.
Gay.
For as handholding as Nintendo has become on the software side of things, they've been incredibly bold with pushing players to adapt to new hardware. Splatoon had a pre-release demo that left a lot of people confused and frustrated by the default motion controls. By the time the game launched, most people had adapted, and Splatoon has become one of Nintendo's best sellers using that same control scheme.
Ha.
It takes time to adapt to change, and this learning curve isn't unique to motion control. When dual analog first appeared, there was retroactively hilarious pushback about how awful it was. My first reaction to Mario 64 was wishing I could use the D-pad I was familiar with instead of the new analog stick. Getting over this curve requires you to devote time and energy to the controls, which a lot of...
I will ask one thing. Why is there like a third thing? Why do you have like you need? a
Yeah, I
requirement of a
never
third
understood
hand?
that design for fucking Nintendo 64.
I mean,
it's so like counterintuitive.
I can get having like having to adapt, but it's another thing
I
to
didn't-
require a third hand.
Yeah,
I didn't
What,
have
big
a whole lot of
fingers?
experience with the
No, it's
Nintendo
for
64
it's for
back
your
in the
third
day.
arm.
The most of the ones they had in the PCYC, the little actual analog stick was fucking broken for most of the controllers.
No,
Maybe you,
Cad,
no, maybe you use like your crotch for like the analog.
No, Cad. That's because women don't have
No, you're
crotches.
supposed to play it with your foot.
Rude. No, Cad. You just have 4 arms, 3 for the controller, 1 for beating your dick. There you go.
Yeah.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Imagine
Cyberpunk 2077.
Women's get to
It's
beat
like,
their dicks with 4 arms in
additional
2070.
robot limbs are pretty cool.
We are
They get
peak
to
humanity.
beat off their fucking. They get to beat off their fucking foot-long dicks with their robot hand.
One hand eating the ultimate food of the future. Another beating their dick made out of the ultimate material. The other 2 hands eating pizza and playing a video game. Cyberpunk 2077. The ultimate gamer experience, my boys.
Carrying a can of Monster Energy drink, though.
Oh boy. The Dorito chips in the future, man, they're going to be so advanced. They're going to give us IQ, gaming IQ, man.
Anyway, let's keep watching.
Of people aren't willing to do for motion because it's not cool. It's tainted with casual cooties, or they're just too used to sticks to bother. Some Xbox and PlayStation gamers seem to take pride in the fact that their platforms don't have motion. In Sony's case, the DualShock 4 has the same capability as Nintendo's controllers, yet motion is rarely an option in shooting games.
Which actually kind of disappointing. That whole gimmick with their controller pad thing, I got to use it 4 times in
That's such a fucking shame. It had gyro,
7
but
times
they
for
didn't
fucking
use...
Infamous Second Son. It's so underutilized, yet it's part of the fucking controller.
Good thing you can use it on the fucking PC.
It's so rare that I use it. I probably have the most the least amount of fingerprints on that, if anything. If I died in the FBI and needed to scan that area would be clean.
On that thing is because it's the replacement for a select button.
There's still a select button-ish.
No, that's a share button.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
The little middle thing.
Either way.
Is the equivalent of the
it's
select
just
button in
underutilized.
games.
Right.
Oh, dude, the fucking PS4 controller has a whole gyroscope that's underutilized.
Really? Fuck, alright, that's
yeah, it has gyro aim.
Fuck, alright.
And you can use that on the PC.
Ironic.
This is why PC is objectively the best platform. You can actually use the fucking PS4 controller at its full potential.
Wow, that's sad.
Sony, you're fucking terrible company, but your controller's pretty neat and I can use it on a better fucking platform.
But that's still giving them money. Even I wouldn't do that. I mean, okay, I'm gonna interrupt it. I'm gonna interrupt. We got Sony censoring the anime, even though ironically started in Japan, didn't it?
You know what? You know
and
what's fucking funny?
Ironically, California. And then you got Xbox. Oh, our gaming chats are toxic. Censor them. We can't have our epic Xbox.
We've got little to no features in our server, and we don't even have any fucking servers. But sure, go hog wild.
I don't get it. Why nerf the
I just want to say
chat?
something. I want to say something about the whole censorship thing. It's very odd that this seems to be applied to Japanese games.
Because it's the big
stuff
titties.
Like Western games, fucking CTR literally has jiggle physics on certain characters' breasts, but it's kept in on the PS4 version. I guess furries don't count.
Can I just mention that
it's almost like the people at California are racist, low-key.
It's almost like California is as shit, if
fuck
not
over game
just as
devs
worse
on a
than
constant fucking
Alabama.
basis.
Let's put it this way: if this makes a good comparison, Resident Evil in Japan is censored for its violence. You guys played the game, right? You guys played.
Yeah.
Yeah, the goal.
You know that cop who gets his head removed by a shovel?
Oh,
yeah. In the Japanese version, it doesn't split off. It's just a very minor stab wound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That
So you
makes
got
sense.
Japan, who's fine with tentacle rape
You could've
porn,
just
which
have
whatever, it's
Jack
fiction, but
bash his head in with
but
the
violence
Japanese
is a bit
version.
more on the restrictive side. Yeah, you got America where fuck. Okay, can someone say that for me?
Yeah, censorship
I can't
makes
English.
censorship makes no sense.
It's just the opposite of America. That's the thing. Japan, less violence, more porn. America, less porn, violence. That's the difference.
Japan still censors their fucking
And-
porn for some
and neither-
fucking reason.
And
Japan?
neither side.
But they censor out like genitalia, like with either like rosé
Can we just say?
bars and all that.
Can we just
Whatever,
say?
and they're
Can we
porn.
just say that either side makes no fucking sense?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's stupid both ways.
It's just funny that both do the opposite of what they censor. Find it funny.
Maybe we should wipe out the worst elements of each country and merge them together to make some super country.
Nah, impossible.
True,
Any-
it is
any-
literally physically impossible to do that right now.
We can't. We have Le Trump.
Anyway,
It's not as if developers aren't willing to do the work. Many multi-platforms have gyro aim on Switch. It's because
Really?
Nintendo's audience asks for it. That's because Nintendo's had
I
the
love you.
balls to
I
push
love
through
you, Doom.
trial and
Doom-
error.
Oh, sorry. Doom.
Whoever
It's
was
software.
whoever ran the
It's
Twitter
right.
of
Oh my
Doom,
god, I love you.
fucking
Yeah.
fucking
I
Poe.
love that. It literally got literally everyone.
That man deserves a fucking. That man deserves a fucking promotion.
Yeah.
You're just a show that person's gender.
Shut the fuck up. This is serious. That man, brilliant, 100%. Doom is objectively the greatest game to ever exist. Fight me on that. I don't care anymore. Fight me on
Try
that.
arguing that with Nero. He literally argued that Majora's
I will
Mask
die
is
on that
better.
hill.
Anyway, let's continue.
Oh, Majora's Mask is like Nero's favorite game, which is why he fucking hates the remake and all the stupid shit it did. I can't blame him.
I haven't played it, so I couldn't give a fuck. I'm just too happy with Doom.
Anyway.
Doom is the best.
Anyway, let's keep going.
Finding something better every generation. Microsoft and Sony haven't been known to push players out of their comfort zones like this. As a result, their hardcore players are mostly free to think that motion control doesn't work without ever really being challenged about it. But if you want to talk about hardcore gamers, there's no one more
Holy
hardcore than the
shit,
PC
they're
crowd,
about screen.
Buy
the
monitors, bro.
self-proclaimed
That's
master
incredible.
race.
I want I kind of want those rigs. Those are kind of badass.
Holy shit, I know a few about
Cad, put it away. Put it away. Settle down. Put it away.
Cad, we
Save
cut the
you,
red
save you
rocket
beating
today.
for after the stream, bro. Don't want to pull a DSP.
Which retches at the thought of using anything
Oh,
but a keyboard and
sure,
mouse
right.
for shooters. And they seem to like motion quite a bit.
The feature we're going to talk about today is the motion control.
Wait a minute. Consoles hating it, but PC's enjoying it.
It's almost like console
pretty
peasants
damn
are stupid or something.
It's
Also,
almost like
Cad,
we
Cad,
actually
check
have
the, group
sensibility.
chat. I
Yeah,
posted something in it.
Yeah, I saw that, dude. No.
Oh, so the stream was on, huh?
Fucking
Well
little
then.
PSP emote.
Still, that's fucking. That sounds about right because it's
so
PC
easy.
gets it.
Headshots, and it feels really comfortable too.
I was actually quite surprised with the amount of headshots I was able to land this game, so I think the motion controls actually fit MGS5 pretty well.
Not a very publicized thing, but it actually works really well in game. I like the motion controls.
The Steam controller was intended to revolutionize with its trackpads, but to Valve's surprise, a lot of gamers used the motion sensors to emulate Nintendo-style gyro aim instead. Valve didn't advertise the feature much.
That says everything. That just says everything. We are able to the best of what we can make out of a game.
What irony?
The irony, fucking thick.
Wow, it's almost like
Right on
PC's
through.
objectively the best platform or something.
It's not as good as our analog controller.
I gotta try that,
Us fucking.
I gotta
You know,
try
I'm gonna
that
be an
fucking
elitist for a
controller
minute. I want to legitimately be an elitist. Fuck the consoles. Motion controls make sense. Why?
Yeah, I'm
why
not
are
the biggest
these
fan of a lot of
Why are
consoles,
these
except
more
for
than
Switch.
just casual?
I love that little. I mean, it's an underpowered as hell system, but I love it.
I mean, it has features that the PC doesn't have.
These console fanboys just hate
Yeah.
anything that isn't
Yeah, I'm not a fan of a whole like.
Anyone who's
console
casual
peasants. They're
console
just
player
such
or
fucking-
PC player
ugh.
seems to be accepting because they're smart.
Well, the thing is, I might primarily use consoles, not
I said
my own
casual.
role. I mean,
A casual game.
if I had, if I
It's the console
had the
fanboys
money
who
for
are
a
retarded.
PC or just a PC in general, I would use it 24/7 almost certainly, except for when I have to go to work and all that.
Alright. Alright. Anyway,
Let's
let's
get-
continue.
This video is amazing.
Yep, let's continue. Yeah, this video is great.
themselves, joining Nintendo's audience in embracing gyro control. So why have the hardcorest of the hardcore accepted motion while console gamers won't? Part of it is that PC gamers are already acutely aware that there are better inputs than dual analog, while console gamers seem fine recycling it forever. There's also less partisanship over controllers on PC since it has so many input methods. Over 21 million controller users on Steam are not using the default Xbox gamepads. The PC audience is open to any inputs that work, and gyro aim does.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah,
the
the ultimate
one
open
thing
platform.
I hate about the console gamepads, is their D-pads are fucking garbage.
They're only good for like putting in a method, like if you have to click up once out of a QuickTime event, sure, that's about it.
Because it's like, it's not accurate. Their D-pads are not accurate for fighting games. Like, my Logitech F310, which I just bought for like an equivalent of $20 US, the D-pad is fucking amazing. It is so accurate. It is so precise that 9 times out of 10 I can get whatever button I
Oh,
want.
hi. Which one?
It's like
is
it's
it?
because of the
Is it-
D-pad. It's because the D-pad is so accurate.
Is
I've
it
been
the blue
getting
one?
Yeah, I've been getting
That's
more
neat.
into like style switching as Dante in Devil May Cry 5.
I can imagine using a keyboard. Like, I haven't tried Mortal Kombat X with a keyboard yet, but I can imagine it A, S, D, F. So like, S and D are up and down, but whatever. You get the point. Imagine using that as your input for the PC version. Damn, that would be accurate.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat 11, I've been
Or
using this
10.
for Mortal Kombat 11 as well, and it is fucking accurate.
Wait, which thing again?
The Logitech F310.
What the fuck is that? A keyboard?
Whenever I
I'm
can,
retarded.
it's a controller. It's like a retro
Oh, they made a
looking thing.
controller?
But apparently, it has like really good D-pad.
I put it
to
in
play
the
with
chat.
my piece, so I have to.
They made a fucking controller? I never knew this.
And it's fucking
Yeah.
good.
It looks pretty good.
It's been out since
like.
it's been out since like the PlayStation 3 generation.
Oh, so that's
Oh, that
why it
explains
looks
it. I
so
would have
off.
never known about it because I was like, it was like 7 when that would have came out then.
Yeah, it was like, that's
I didn't get the internet until I was like, I didn't
awful.
get to go on the internet until I was like 14 or some shit. So you know.
I got to go on the internet way earlier.
Wait a minute. That was just like a bit during or after Gamergate. My God, I only came into the scene when that shit was at its peak.
Oh, I had no idea what that.
And I had
any
no
of that
idea
was.
about
Like,
it.
I was completely
God.
unaware.
Anyway,
I was just like exploring my own little corners, watching dumb little videos and AVG. and
Show
all
me it afterwards. I'll be genuinely.
Back in the days when I actually thought
There's something
Nostalgic
wrong
Critic was a
about the
good
fact that you
content
can use the
creator.
DualShock 4, a controller that wasn't made for PC, to get gyro aim in PC games that weren't programmed to have it. Yet you can't get gyro on the PS4 itself.
God, I hate
where
that
the
aiming.
developers
Look
had
at it.
direct
So
access to the
unsmooth.
feature to include it. Imagine this for a moment. Microsoft adds gyro to their next controller, and all 3 consoles have parity with the feature. And by extension, X input on PC would natively support motion instead of having to rely on Steam configurations and workarounds. Developers add optional motion schemes to their games that players can either use or ignore forever. Everybody gets to play the way they want.
Then we're all happy.
What is the threat posed by this? And why wouldn't any PlayStation or Xbox gamer want this option to happen?
Console
The obvious
faggots.
reason is that stick-only users
Fanboys.
would suddenly find themselves at a disadvantage to gyro players. But if they don't consider gyro to be an advantage, they have nothing to worry about, right? Are we still stuck in the Wii days, where we're too worried about casuals destroying gaming to let motion anywhere near us? Imagine if I had been able to use the D-pad in Mario 64, and went on ignoring the stick in game after game, playing everything like it was Metroid fucking Other M. insisting that the pad was better, while everyone else had long moved on to 360-degree analog character movement. I wouldn't have been able to do this.
Come on, go. That's not fair. God damn it! But fuck it.
But yeah, love you, Nero. Your
that was
fucking
good.
videos are great.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was
I've
a
got
nice.
another
That was a
video
good
by
way.
my
That
show.
was a good way to end the stream.
Yeah,
It's been 2
actually,
hours,
you want to
boys.
watch the second part, or do you just want to
No,
end it
let's,
here?
I think we're
let's end
good.
it here for now. We need to end
Alrighty.
it.
But yeah, check out
Wait, should
Nero.
we-
He
is there
does
any comments
really
we should
good
read?
fucking videos.
Yeah.
Shall we beat the
Yeah,
comments?
go ahead. I can't see him because I'm not on
I'll have
the
a look.
video.
I'll have a look.
But yeah, guys, check out Nero. Seriously, he makes like really good content. He's also working on a mod for Majora's Mask.
Anyway,
HD
Hold on.
project.
Carfy Pants mentioned before. Controllers are better for dark. Is it? I don't think
I
so.
mean, actually, controllers are pretty good for like action games because it's like
Yeah.
I'd
I could-
say
I could see
Like, the default keyboard and mouse setup for Dark Souls 1 is actually cancer.
And also, like, the thing about action games is they're primarily designed on console, so you kind of want to use a gamepad because it's like when you try to use a keyboard, it doesn't make as much sense. Where in the case of shooters, you want accuracy. In the case of like
Precision, aim, movement, and everything all at once.
yeah, in the case of what's this? In the case of action games, you mostly want the movement at least.
Could a keyboard kind of work like that? Well, then again, it's acts more like a D-pad, and you have to use your mouse to look, and it wouldn't be that easy.
Well, yeah, and that the fact that you can't get full on.
You also need to be able to access
360
your.
degrees of movement.
You also need to be able to access your items in the midst.
You
of
cut out
combat.
access what?
You also need the access to items in the midst of combat.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you can't really do that with like a mouse unless you
What?
have like unless you're like me, who has like a mouse with like 20 side buttons.
Well, the funny thing
I
is
mean, I
that
have,
Nero
like,
actually
2.
criticized the keyboard itself, like pointing out that the device itself wasn't like made specifically for gaming, and it's very like you could still use it, but like it's more of like you don't have like the whole 360 degrees of movement and all that. I mean, there are some games where the fucking keyboard excels. I'm sure, like for like more technical stuff where you gotta press a bunch of buttons.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I think this is a good way to end the stream for now. So thanks everyone
Yeah,
who
we
stopped
cleaned
by.
ourselves a movie Bob, and we have promoted a good channel.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for stopping by, and I guess we'll see you again some other time.
Yeah, see you
Deus
guys.
Vault, my brothers. Deus Vault all day.
See ya, everyone.